Kia ora everyone and welcome along to the Sky Broadband Rapid League Round 9 matchup between the Franklin Bulls and the Nelson Giants. Coming to you from the heart of Pukekohe, Franklin Pool and Leisure Centre. The beat wherever you are across the Motu and globally to watch the Sky Broadband Rapid League matchup between two teams with contrasting fortunes, with the Nelson Giants picking up dubs pretty easily in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. NZNBL is a different kind of challenge at the moment for the Giants, but here's how it looks for your Rapid League and the Giants on top.
And that Giants team gets it done with top flight offense, the equal second highest scoring team in the league at 37 points per game, but also top flight defense, the second overall rated defense for the Nelson Giants. That combo has them sitting at the top. The Franklin Bulls sitting on the second half of the ladder outside of the top six, but have the kind of streaky shooting that can get them back into a game at any point in time.
Well, here's how round 9 in Rapid League has gone, and some convincing wins for the Rams, the Giants, the Airs, and the Saints. And then we've got two games coming up. We've got this one and then the Sharks and the Nuggets from ILT Stadium, Southland. The Southern Stoush between those two. And here's your starting five. Alex McNaught, second ever Rapid League game for him, alongside the youngster Hayden Jones, Lockie Crate, Aston Inwood, and then the vet Sam Dempster play a key role in this one. And for the Bulls, some familiar names there for Bulls fans, and they're great lavender. It's calming. Coca Gray, Varnell, Anderson, Wafor, and Jones. Are you calm, Casey?
I'm always calm, especially with the lavender. That's a couple of long in the tooth vets of Marcel Jones and Sam Dempster lining up in this one as we take a look at the head-to-head. Both teams 4 wins out of the last 5 games. The scoring is very equal. The points against is not. Can the Bulls defend this Nelson Giants team that can be so prolific offensively, have so many options to come at you? Made threes will have a lot to answer in that regard. If the Bulls can get that number up, equal with the Giants, they have a pretty good chance to pull off this upset.
Those are your barter card referees, your match officials for this game. And just great kit matchup. Just with that sky blue that Nelson is known for, and not only as a city, but also as the Giants Rapid League team, and then this lavender of the Bulls. I love the city edition uniforms for the league.
It is unfortunate you have to tuck in the jerseys in Rapid League because you're missing that gradient change at the bottom of the Nelson Giants jersey. I'm assuming that's a sun of some type.
Could well be. Would you go and investigate that for us while we have...
I'll be back in a minute.
Thanks, man. Varno with the ball, matched up Hayden Jones.
Marcel Jones setting some fantastic screens and opens himself up.
Hayden Jones with the block.
Skying above to pick that one up late. Whoa.
Nafor got a hand to that. Inwood was clean.
Nice little pass there.
Then he wasn't.
By Jones. Look away. Here we see Hayden Jones timing it well, getting it with the left.
Oh my. Well, just a note that he was throwing down windmills in warm-up.
With ease, by the way.
Yeah, with ease. Consummate ease. And Wood with Marcel Jones on him. Alex McNaught kicking it out to Crate. Dempster on the rebound.
It's great positioning, puts himself right where he needs to be, and wedges out space for that offensive board.
McNaught threading the needle, a little strong.
And that's McNaught's shot. He really likes that little push runner. Just wasn't able to find the measure on that one because of good defense from Marcel Jones in the paint.
Nafor. Varno turning the corner, met by Jones, kicks it out. Harry Coca Gray for 3. Jones skies for the rebound, looks up ahead. He's got Lockie Crate to his left. And it's Jones in the corner. Still plenty of time on the shot clock, but he's got a mismatch. The double comes in the form of Marcel Jones. Inside to Aston Inwood, and they just caught the Bulls chasing their tails.
Well, good patience by the Giants. A couple of times I think they missed the easy pass, but they didn't let that dissuade them. Kept the offense working, and because of that extra passing, ended up with a wide open layup.
Here's Nafor. using that size. Nigerian-born Casey Nofor.
Nofor is one of the most prolific rebounders in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. He can really find his way into the glass and make some damage done, especially on the O-boards.
Bulls would really have to get a bucket here in the first quarter. And it's not going to come on this position because the plant foot was out. That's unfortunate, but Anderson on the drive, just a little bit too eager.
Active defense by both teams early in this one. And that Bull squad just unable to find any kind of rhythm here in the first few minutes.
I'm going with the hills down the bottom of that uniform for the Nelson Giants.
Yeah, my investigation is complete. Thank you, Nelson.
Vano.
Look how far out this defense of the Giants is pushing the Bulls.
It's down to 11.
That's their first touch inside the three-point line on this possession.
Nofor going up to the hook, and that's good from Casey Nofor. That's nice. It took a long time to get there, but it's patience from the Bulls and good hard defense from the Giants. McNord in the corner, pulls the trigger. Falling, and it goes back to the Giants.
What a difference in the ease of getting shot quality. The Giants just seem to create good looks each and every possession down the court. Can't make that one. But for the Bulls, up to this point in the quarter, it has been a grind to try and shake these Nelson Giant defenders.
A little bit easy on this possession. The four going back to the big. Kicks it out. Zion Anderson lost the handle. Was it slapped away? Came off his leg. So it will be Giants ball. We're locked at 2-all, which is great if it's the A-League playoffs, but it's just the first quarter of a Rapid League game at the moment.
I mean, the points always come eventually. Well, not always.
No,
maybe not always.
I beg to differ.
Not always. As Will Blight and James Matthews checks in for the Giants.
Jones rises and fires. Too strong. Does he get the roll? Anderson gets the rebound.
Much better pace for this Franklin Bulls offense this time down the court. And beautiful move by Harry Croker-Gray.
7 to shoot. Vano. The drive from Hughes, who's in the game, is no good.
This Giants defense is giving up nothing right now, but can't find the same level of execution on this end of the court.
Matthews and Blight! As it swatted out of bounds, I was about to say.
There's no doubt that's a goaltender.
They're in the game.
Let's take another look at it, see if it's on the way down. I have a feeling it most definitely is. Yeah, I'm going to call that point. I'm going to call that point.
That's at the apex. Man, you got to think of the highlights. Jones was looking for the alley-oop. Instead, he goes to the drive, and the ball swung around to inward. Nice rebound from Jones. He's got some springs. And he's also met some fierce resistance as the ball goes out of bounds and it stays with the Bulls.
Well, there's some contact being played down low, but they're just going to have to learn how to play through it. The whistle is not coming their way.
That'll do us for the first quarter. Locked at 2-all. And offense is hard to come by, especially for Nelson. They're 1 for 9. The Bulls, really product of that Nelson defense, only got 5 shot attempts, just the 1 bucket.
It's all about the rebounds right now, and the Nelson Giants have 4 of them, 7 rebounds in total, but they got back 4 of their 9 misses. Unfortunately, could not convert that into many points, but the activity has got to be something that's feeling pretty good for Phil Jones. And if you like activity, start counting these pepperoni.
Some of the finest broadcast work you'll hear, people.
Large 100 pepperoni black garlic pizza, $39.99. Use that online code, SalsCharge25, or use the QR code, good until Tuesday, the 20th of May.
No one segues better into a promo graphic than Casey Frank.
It really is one of my true joys.
My favorite one is when you bridge it from the pizza into the fiber deal from Sky Broadband.
Well, the thing is, when you need high-speed internet to order that pizza quickly, where are you going to go? Sky Broadband, fiber starter, $50 a month for the first 12 months. Get you that deal.
That is a great deal.
Go get you some.
What number can you ring?
skybroadband.co.nz or 09-525-5555.
This is great commentary because I'm just letting that hang.
What I'd like to see from both teams here in the second quarter is some transition activity. Look to be a little bit more aggressive, pushing the ball up the court with the pass, and try and get some buckets before that defense gets set. Because right now, both teams are playing very physically, a lot of help side, and really forcing both squads to find some activity from deep where neither has been successful. 0 for 5 combined from beyond the stripe for these two teams. Watch out.
Great with the elevation on the post move.
And he's just a strong player, and I love his mindset when he goes to the rim. You know, a lot of young players with that kind of hops, they think finish at the rim, but they don't think dunk. You can tell Lackey Crate is thinking dunk every time he goes to the cup.
Spin off the glass and in. Pretty from Anderson.
Just willpower, willed his way into that bucket, somehow found the roll. Suddenly, the offense has exploded.
This Hayden Jones, son of the coach. Off to the left, Aston Inwood. Oh, can't get that to go down. Inwood's just not been friendly to him in the Franklin Pool and Leisure Centre rims.
That's the second layup that's gone wayward on Inwood. Two great looks, unfortunately for him. He hasn't been able to finish. But that's been the story of the day for the Giants. Great looks, haven't locked him down.
Varner with 5 on the shot clock, operating behind the KC Nahor screen. Hayden Jones with the rebound. Named to the junior Tall Blacks, along with his teammates Crate and Blight. Now Jones spinning. Good defense though. Oh, that's better offense. That's pretty from the Giants.
Well, the penetration by Jones collapses the defense. A nice find out to Inwood. And that secondary penetration is what creates that opportunity for Blight. And here comes Crate again.
Oh, he tried to punch it down with 2 hands and just rocked it too much.
I love the mindset, though. I love the attacks on the rim. And I even like the fact that he's not bothered by the miss. It's okay to miss a dunk every once in a while.
Oh,
Get it right back.
Bobbled that one. They are looking to attack the rim, the Giants on these cuts, really sharp. Just haven't been able to have the ball stick to the hand. And again, it's an empty possession. That's going to be an 8-second. No, that's a foul.
Well, that looks like 10 seconds off the shot clock have been counted. So I'm a little bit surprised that an 8-second call wasn't made. But the call is the foul happened before the 8 seconds. You take another look at it. Lackey Crate smashing it down, doing pull-ups on the rim.
Phil Jones, head coach, arguing the 8-second call, not getting it. I feel like he has a case. But there was a foul committed. Mike Fitchett, he's seen and heard it all in this league. The wry smile for his former teammate and now assistant coach. Marcel Jones, in all his years, can bang down a 3 when asked.
Not a lot of arc to it, but that laser finds the strings once again. Sam Dempster gives him too much space. He takes advantage.
Inwood spinning. Marcel Jones with the reach.
Certainly he's shooting that basketball. Well, a little bit surprised they call it on the pass. So that'll be on the baseline. And there we see the beautiful range on display by Marcel Jones.
Blight. Matthews. Fouled on the drive.
Well, Nelson certainly getting a much friendlier whistle here in the second quarter on their penetration. James Matthews, the recipient that time, puts his head down, takes the contact, and off to the Chemist Warehouse strike for 2. The offense, not pretty right now. Teams have combined for 6 for 23 from the field. And if they miss one more, we're going to be down to 25% shooting.
Good on the second from the Chemist Warehouse line. All tied up at 7. Bulls need a 3. Can't get it. Inwood with the rebound. Plenty of rebounds on offer. Inwood still can't find that touch.
Like that penetration on transition, though. Penetrating drives before the defense gets set. Really nice way to get some buckets.
The defensive presence, the intimidation of Alex McNaught made Varno miss that little runner. Stolen by the ageless Marcel Jones. And then Alex McNaught managed to get a hand to it at the other end. Sammy D, throw it down.
I thought that was going to be a dunk.
Come on, Sam.
I thought that was going to be Sammy D's dunk this season. I think his teammates should be disappointed. I do see some smiles from some of the Nelson Giants, Sal's NBL squad.
Saving his legs for the main game, I get it.
I wonder if that's by choice or by necessity.
Yeah, 3-ball is good. Peyton Hughes knocking that one down.
Peyton Hughes has a weapon when he's shooting that basketball. He gets his eye in on that first one. And suddenly you're going to have to spend a lot more attention to see what's going on. And here we have the player timeout. There it is, the BNZ player timeout. Scan that code for a chance to win tickets to this season's games. We're looking for groups up and down the country, but time is running out. So just get in quick.
0.4.
Speaking of time running out.
In the half.
0.4 on the clock. Gonna have to try something right at the bucket as we take another look at the Peyton Hughes triple. Beautifully shot, drops in. Well, with 0.4, oh, it's been reset, 1.4 on the clock. That gives him a little bit more time. Previously would have been had to be a catch and tip. Now you can maybe even put the ball on the floor.
Now, what do we have here? The Bulls can call their 1.4 second move out of the hat with a BNZ player timeout.
Which they will once they get handed in. Timeout called. And this is your chance because it's twice as nice to hear about the BNZ player timeout back to back. Scan the QR code for a chance to win because it's always fantastic.
And see what they go with the Bulls.
Well, I'd say some similar action, but they'd probably be hoping to catch the ball.
That's probably smart basketball.
I might get into coaching.
You should. You'd be great. You've got the temperament for it.
You don't know that.
I do know that. I really do know that. Here we go. They have caught the ball, and they have enough time to pull the trigger and knock it down.
Well-executed play and excellent patience from Hughes on that catch, understanding time and space. He's got the time to catch, up fake, and get it in. And we have a halftime score where the Bulls have come from behind to take a 4-point lead thanks to Peyton Hughes' prolificness from deep, where he's 2 out of 3. Everyone else combined in this game is 1 for 8.
I'm gonna say we've got highlights, Casey.
Highlights on highlights. Let's see
Are they
where we
rebounds?
got these 24 points from. Started with,
I think they're all of them.
a big block. Because Hayden Jones was saying, you can't get that shot in here. Nelson Giants opened things up with some passing around the perimeter. Casey Nwafor came back with the strength on the interior, and a 4-point for each team first quarter. The second, the defense was still paramount. Neither team topping 42% in the first half, but Rocky Crate activity on the rim was rewarded with a bucket. Still nice, we see it twice. Second time on the reverse angle. But this is when things change for the Bulls. Marcel Jones hits a triple from deep and finds Peyton Hughes later in the quarter. And when the 3 started dropping, that's when the Nelson Giants started mopping up.
And here is the shooting percentages. The Bulls pulled it back a little bit in that second quarter. And they've got 42%, just 24% for the Giants. They haven't hit a three yet. They have a +3 rebound advantage.
And those are your Chemist Warehouse stats. The only stat that's hasn't shown up on there is the offensive glass. And the Nelson Giants have 5 offensive rebounds out of their 13 missed shots. They've gotten a big percentage back. The Bulls yet to have an offensive rebound, but the Giants just have not been able to convert that into points. Those 5 offensive rebounds have actually not led to any second chance points whatsoever. So coming up with a goose head on that one is why they're sitting with a 4-point deficit right now.
Getting ready for the second half. Fitchett already working over Mikey Graham, the referee.
He's just looking for rules decisions. Opinion.
Oh, he's planting seeds. I like it. It's coaching. Varnell. Gets that roll and one. There's Blight land on him as well.
Yeah, that doesn't feel, I think that tweaked the ankle a little bit.
Yeah, that's not great.
But love the move, Varnell. Came down.
He's going to have to relace the lavender. Are those
Sorry,
copies?
Peyton Hughes. That's Peyton Hughes on the runner. With the kiss off the glass. He does it from outside, does it from inside. Where do you get the lavender shoes, though? That's the question. Are those special made to come with the Bulls Rapid League unis?
Those aren't Kobe's, my bad. I've got bad eyes. Those are great. Really do match the uniform and the scoring ability of Peyton Hughes in this game. He's 3 for 5, 8 points already.
He can fill it up in a hurry. The Giants are so concerned about that jump shot that time, opened up the space for the drive. And now they're going to be on their toes, won't know which way to go.
Not a lot of movement, pretty static for the Giants. And it's Hayden Jones. Stepping through. Whistle. The foul. Called on number 4, Christian Varnell, on that Jones drive.
And shooting on that one. I didn't see if that one was on the shot, but Hayden Jones coming in and needing some activity from the Chemist Warehouse stripe for the Giants to get things going. The Franklin Bulls looking to pull away in today's game, which is surprising considering where these two teams sit on the ladder. The Giants at the top, the Franklin Bulls sitting on 6th.
It's a 5-point lead. Just bobbled there, but Varnell gets it back. 10 on the shot clock. The 4 rolling. And he's going to get an and one situation.
Strong finish by Casey Nwafor. Does a nice job of attacking the body of Will Blight, keeping him away from being able to initiate his shot blocking ability. Good hard roll down the lane. Blight just not set defensively. That's why he gets the foul. But the 3-point play goes wanting.
Matthews on the drive. That's nice. On the backup guard, James Matthews.
Nice little rejection of the screen that was going to come for the rip baseline. Found the angle, able to get the kiss off the glass. But now it's about defense for the Giants.
Varnell doesn't reject that screen, and why would you? The 4 can sit big picks, and he meets his match, though, through Blight. And Hayden Jones has options to his right. James Matthews got fouled there by Marcel Jones, and I think he might have just travelled there a little bit. But anyway, he got fouled. He'll head to the line to shoot too.
Well, Hayden Jones, nice behind the back, and always knows he's dropping off this way. Yeah, you see that little shuffle step by James Matthews, but the contact comes as Marcel Jones drops the hammer. Matthews will have to shake that off to be successful for the Chemist Warehouse right now.
James has some friends and family behind us as well. Some travelling fans for the Giants. Makes the second. This is the table-topping Sky Broadband Rapid League team in the Nelson Giants. Down 3 to the Bulls, who are in 7th on the ladder. Nice. Just too strong. And Jones pulls the trigger, just a little bit too hesitant. He's got that shot.
Yeah, so much space, he's thinking about it, but he's not thinking about that block, second of the game.
Hayden Jones with the rejection.
Oh my, he skied for that one.
Oh, he gets another one.
Dikembe is reincarnated.
Aston Inwood, left-hand finish is nice.
Shake the finger. Hayden Jones, let him know about it.
Coach are great. Not 4. He goes down. Back to Jones. And Jones fluffed the dunk. Didn't quite get it. Now it's Inwood, and he couldn't quite hang on to it, rather.
Hayden Jones was trying to get that flush. Was just maybe about a couple inches took off from further than he wanted to, but take another look at the beautiful rejection he had previously. Back-to-back rejections. There's the second. Back into game time now.
Jones, they go under the screen, and he makes them pay.
He's almost upset at that shot. It's not even like he's happy that he hit it. He's just like, finally, I got this one down. Put a lot of pressure on himself. He just needs to enjoy the flow. 1 for 7 on the day, but playing fantastically on the defensive side.
He's asking for a sub. Let's put Nord off the bench. That gave the Giants the lead, and the 4 can't hold on to it. We've got a lot of guys going down, but no whistles. The 4 had to put it up.
The 4 was so happy he got that 3-point shot at the buzzer.
He did.
Bigs love it. It's like, I have to shoot this,
I have to shoot it. You know I have to. And I've told you in training, I can shoot the shot. You see me warm up. Blight up high, looking for the handoff. Matthews puts up a runner, too strong.
Well, it's a tough shot on the little push shot from about 15, probably a few feet beyond where you want to try that activity. Look up, you got a fast break opportunity.
Outside to Matthews, who's trailing. Gets his own rebound and swatted by the 4, but it's Jones on the rebound.
Block party here in the 3rd quarter. Everybody's come due. But that's times it's Hayden Jones, the recipient of somebody else's block activity for the bucket.
Need to get up, and they can't, and that'll be the quarter. And so a good quarter for the Nelson Giants. They come back into this one and they lead by 4, 22-18.
Just smothering defensively in that quarter. Was really impressive to see that type of activity from the Giants in this one.
And you can catch the A-League, the Auckland FC Melbourne victory, semi-final number 2, Saturday, 5 p.m. A crucial away goal last night in Melbourne. And they held Melbourne victory scoreless as well. So the scene is set for Go Media Stadium on Saturday afternoon, late afternoon. That place will be rocking, that is for sure. I have no segue, Casey.
Well,
I was waiting for you.
If you want to keep the party rocking, go ahead and pick up a large 100 pepperoni black garlic pizza. As long as you don't have Dracula at that party, it's going to be a good party.
Well, I haven't heard too many parties where Dracula's at.
Use that online code, sales charge 25, or use a QR code. And don't invite vampires, because they are not fans of the 100 pepperoni black garlic pizza.
They can only come in if you invite them in, right?
That's true. But if you do invite them, don't pick the garlic pizza.
Are you walking around with a wooden stake or anything like that? Are you?
No comment.
Sky Broadband 5-starter, $50 a month for the first 12 months.
You know what you can really look up on Fiber?
Vampire fact.
That's right. Vampire hunting facts. They don't like holy water. And if you use Sky Broadband Fiber, it gets there a little bit quicker, which you need when you're fighting vampires. You ever seen the movie Lost Boys, Moles?
I have. You seen Van Helsing as well?
I have.
Use your QR code again if you want some of this merch, the City Edition.
You can pick up those fantastic Rapid League jerseys for most of the teams across the competition. But there is limited supply, so get in quick.
This is the fourth quarter. And that is Sammy Dempster going for three. That'll be a rebound for Coca Great. Peyton Hughes. Baseline kick out. And that is looking pretty good. 4-3. And we're just getting told to tuck in here.
But then you can't see the gradient.
That is good offense from the Bulls to start the fourth quarter. Cuts the lead to 1.
James Matthews, a couple of good looks at it. Can't drop him down, and now the Bulls have the chance to take the lead.
Tough defense. Just got it over. Oh, that is a tough screen. As LaFour just put the shoulder into James Matthews.
How about that 12 seconds by Matthews there?
Yeah.
Just fantastic. Missed that shot, but knuckles in defensively.
We've got to delay a game. Just a warning.
Slow walk by the Giants, apparently over to the sideline. You know what I don't like about a Rapid League is when your Rapid League coach starts getting on the officials so much that they're going to be mad at you for the NZNBL.
Yeah, that's a good point. That corner three from Matthews, who's had a heck of a 60-second stretch here.
Fantastic defense on both ends, gets that turnover, and then backs up the couple of missed threes with a drain on that possession. 4-point lead for the Giants.
Hughes. Baseline met by McNaught. LaFour can't get the roll on the hook. The Giants can build on this 4-point lead. Dempster looking for the handoff. Inward to Crate. Crate. 9 for him. Now it's McNaught. Gets the handle, gets it back. 3 now. McNaught getting to the cup. Spinning it in.
Oh, I thought he sprained his ankle, but he didn't.
And he ran into Christian Barnett.
Well, it just feels good to see that one drop for Alex McNaught. Had to work so hard to get that through before the kiss.
Aston Inwood is just underrated as a defender in Rapid League. Again, he's affecting the shot. He's everywhere.
Yeah, his stats aren't huge as we see James Matthews go back door, but Aston Inwood certainly affects winning at a high degree.
8 now. There it is. Aston Inwood on the baseline.
Moving without the basketball, sets up that backdoor cut really well with just a little bit of half step up towards the top and a clever finish under the defensive wall for.
Anderson misses. Dempster has it. 8 is the lead. And they can really put a cap on this one here if they get a bucket. Lucky Crate left it short.
Didn't hit the rim, so no shot clock reset.
It's down to 9. Three now. And we got a foul on Coca Gray, which I actually think it might have been actually Crate and Aston Inwood who fouled each other going for their rebound.
I think there's a little bit of activity from behind Crate as well. Harry Coca Gray, I think, grabs him and he's going up. Take another look at it. Dempster tries to get off the shot. There's the contact from behind. And
oh, there's the arm wrapped on that baseline.
yeah, pushes him into Inwood, who is standing in front of him. But apparently Inwood's going to get the free throw.
There you go.
Which I don't think it should be. Lackey Crate subbed out of the ball game. So a little subterfuge by the Giants here.
Pretty tough sledding offensively in this game for both teams, but
it's not pretty.
It's not pretty at all. I can't see the view counts going up on the highlights for this one.
Well, we got those blocks. Those are pretty good. Got that Lackey Crate dunk.
You're right, Casey. We did get some highlights.
That's why highlights don't tell you the story of a game.
No, they don't. 29-21.
Low-scoring ball game. Coming into this, the Nelson Giants were the second leading scorer in the scoring team in the competition at 37 points per game.
Vano, 2-4, powers his way in with the right.
Big bucket opens the door for a little comeback for the Bulls, but they need a stop here.
Both teams have their BNZ player timeouts available as McNaught.
Well, too quick offensively for the Giants, giving the Bulls a chance to get back in this ball game, slow it down, run that clock out in the last minute. Instead, it's a two-possession ball game. Bulls have the ball on the baseline.
McNaught's called for the foul. Just the first team foul in this quarter as well. 43.8. Need a quick hit here to the Bulls. Make things interesting. Arnold kicking it back out. Coca Gray. And it's Hayden Jones. Dancing with it. Nafor with the steal. Here comes Nafor. He's fouled and one.
Oh.
KC Nafor with the defense and then the finish.
Unfortunate for Hayden Jones there. Coming from behind, and you just got to give that one up. You're in no position to contest. Really nice active hands by Nafor. He takes that contact, gets the finish, the hoop, the harm, and a chance for three the old-fashioned way from the Chemist Warehouse stripe.
It just makes life a little bit uncomfortable for the Giants with this. If he can make the free throw, of course. He can't. So it's a two-score game, really. Unless they get a 4-point play. They need the ball. And they're going to have to pick up the foul there. And that'll send Hayden Jones to the line. Hayden Jones, he's had some highlights in this game. He's 2 for 8 though.
Every bucket counts.
Gets the roll. Makes the lead 5.
Well, that should be 2 points. Nafor hit that ball when it's on the rim.
Yeah, it's in the cylinder, right?
Yeah, you can hit it any time to try and knock it off and get a goaltend, but once you touch it, that becomes a live ball. So it goes from being a free throw to a 2-point shot. I don't know who's going to get credit for that one. Possibly Will Blight underneath, but here we see it's on the rim. He touches it, doesn't knock it out. Changes it from a bucket up top to a bucket for Will Blight.
So there was the BNZ player timeout as well.
31-25 the score now. Sorry, 32-25 the score.
Scan that QR code and a chance to win tickets to the season's biggest games around June. We got to travel.
And for those wondering, you can move a pivot foot on an out of bounds. It's the same as picking up your dribble when you're passing from out of bounds. You can't shuffle along, you can't run unless it's on the baseline.
On the after a score, right?
There you go. Another player timeout, right back at you.
Hopefully you don't have to travel too far to get your ticket to the big game. And the BNZ player timeout with that QR code.
Just looking for groups all across the country. Scan it in, get in quick though. Time is running out on the season to get your chance to sit courtside. All thanks to BNZ, inspiring New Zealand's next generation of Kiwi hoopers.
Enwood, he'll stay planted. Jones. Hayden Jones gets his own rebound almost. that'll do us for this game. 32-25. The Sky Broadband Rapid League won't go down. It's one of the best of the season, but it's a grindy win for the Nelson Giants, who continue their run at the top of the Sky Broadband Rapid League ladder. And they pick up the win, 32-25 over the Bulls. And here's the stats, shooting percentages. Really took a tough time in this game to get underway. And both teams shooting 34%, just 2 threes for the Giants, and a plus 10 rebound advantage, 27-17. And let's go to Casey, who's got James Matthews with him.
Well, James, a bit of a come-from-behind victory there for the Giants. We're struggling a bit. What changed in the third quarter when that run came?
I think, we just played with a bit more aggression, started to play, more as a team, looking for each other, looking to play in the fast break, and I think that kind of just ran up the scoreboard a little bit for us, bring us back in that game to end up with the win, yeah.
And for yourself, had a real nice section there, had a couple of good defensive possessions, got the offensive foul, came back, hit a 3. That kind of starts the run. What were you thinking trying to get your team inspired a bit there?
I think, on the defensive end, I think the confidence to kind of play up the court and pressure the on-ball player comes just from knowing their support behind us. Playing with a bit of aggression and then coming down, I was open. Samedi threw a good pass, so I had to shoot that 3, and I was good enough to make that one. So yeah.
Love the mindset. Congrats on the win. Thanks for the time. And now I bring in Peyton Hughes. Peyton, tough day. You found some offense going, but it was a bit of a hard slog, especially in that first half for the Bulls. What was going wrong then?
I think it was just our sloppy turnovers, just intercept passes a couple times in a row, and then just giving it up easily.
When you come against this Giants team, they've been so good in the Rapid League. What is it that you can see that you most need to slow them down on to try and get some other teams some wins so they can get pulled back to the pack?
I think it's just their pace. We just need to pick up a little bit higher rather than them getting down to the 3-point line and then just stop their momentum coming down the court.
Well, tough loss today, but I appreciate the time.
So, cheers, thank you.
32-25, Giants get the win. Main game coming up next at 3 p.m. Sal's NBL Round 9 matchup between the Franklin Bulls and the visiting Nelson Giants. We'll be back at the top of the hour. Giants got it, turned their hair white. And you can see the form the Giants have started to put together. They've revamped their roster spots when it's come to the imports. And the Bulls have added firepower to their roster when they're dealing with some injuries as well. And that's the last 5 form between these two teams. Andrew Mulligan, Casey Frank on hand for this one. Casey, this will be an interesting test for the newly formed starting 5, I guess, with the 3 imports coming in. Alex Robinson, of course, and the Giants were hoping to get a win.
And a much different team since they've gotten this full contingent of players. They've nearly won 3 in a row. They lost in overtime to the Manawatu Jets. You see the fans at home thinks this Giants team is a little bit better. I think that might be a little Nelson-centric in terms of the results. But this Franklin Bulls team, they're not unbeatable. They turn the ball over at a high rate. And if you shoot the ball well, you can stay in the game with them.
You can have your say, Franklin Bulls fans, if you use that QR code, or if you're a Sal's NBL fan, who you think is going to win this game. Tay Hardy certainly will have something to say about that. He is in form in the Sal's NBL this season, one of the leading MVP candidates for every game. And here's how it looks so far in round 9. Saints putting a job on the Jets, and the Rams, a much better performance from the Tuatara, who are waiting for the former Bull Luther Muhammad to come to them for the Auckland-based team. But 96-92, drama late in that game. The Giants, you see, get a win over the Hawks at Rodney Green Arenas. We'll have more on that performance by the Giants soon. And we've got 2 more games for you in round 9. This one and the Sharks and the Nuggets coming up tonight. Sky Sports 6, the prestigious Sky Sports 6 channel on the Sky Channel platform. And here's how the ladder looks. The 9-2 Rams. Not many teams can hang with the Rams in Sal's NBL 25. Tuatara certainly went hard. The Bulls doing everything they can to keep pace with the Saints and the Rams above them. And you can see it's the bottom half of the ladder as well. And the Giants down there, 2-9 on top of the Indian Panthers. And here is the starting 5 for the Nelson Giants. That trio of imports, Robinson, Jones, and Combs, certainly had a big impact in the win over Hawke's Bay. And Alex Robinson, he had a really strong game. 16 points for him, 7 rebounds, 10 assists, and he caught up with Casey before the game.
Alex, coming into today's game, the Giants have found a new form of play over the last couple of games, winning 2 out of the last 3. What's been the change in the Giants' resurgence this season?
Honestly, it's just everybody's on the same page. Everybody's locked in defensively. Everybody's the same mindset to win. We're not here to get individual statistics, so I think that helps us a lot when we go into these games.
Speaking about what needs help going into this game, coming up against Tay Hardy, might need a little defensive help. He's been on a tear, a triple-double threat, much as yourself. But when you're looking at this matchup, what can you do to limit his effectiveness and help the Giants get closer to that win?
He's a great player, so just building walls, making it tough on him, making other guys make plays for him, that's probably going to be our goal today. I mean, he's a great player, but that's probably our focus going in, is just making it tough on him and making him work on both ends.
Well, Alex Robinson, he has been really good for the Giants. Here's the starting 5 for Sebastian Gleim and the Bulls. Tobias Cameron, Ethan Musbach, David Okwera, and Till Glogger. It is a big, tough, defensive-minded outfit for Sebastian Glogger, and it's run to aplomb by Tay Hardy. You can see the numbers on Tay. What strengths will he bring to this game?
Well, he's a fantastic penetrator. Late in the game, the Bulls like to play through him and try and get him paint touches off the dribble and the drive. Defensively, he can hound anybody who comes his way, but when it comes to it, he's a straw that stirs the drink. If he goes well, so goes this Bulls team.
Shooting 51.5% from the floor as well as Tay Hardy. He also caught up with Casey earlier.
Tay, coming into today's game, the Giants have revitalized their season with a couple of wins in their last 3. What do you see that makes them a different team than what they showed earlier in the year?
Man, well, they have had a change in their roster. They got a nice point guard in Robinson. He was with the Indian Panthers, so I played against him. A great inspirational story in Andrew Jones coming back from his leukemia, so shout-outs to him. And they got a nice big in McCray, so I feel like they just got a lot more versatility, and they got a lot more talent, so we got to be ready.
And speaking of that matchup with Alex Robinson, it's sure to be a barn burner. Both of you very quick guards with triple-double threats. What do you hope to limit in his game today to get the Bulls that much closer to victory?
First off, just limit his touches. Start denying the ball early. Just stop his dribbling. He gets to the paint, it's going to be a problem for us. And just stop his penetration and stop his creation for other people.
A lot of matchups all over the floor, but this will be one of the best. And this one here, as you can see, a key clash will be Okwera and Combs.
You look at the last 4 wins for the Bulls, 2 out of 3 for the Giants. Those turnovers, that could be the Bulls' Achilles heel. When they get up to 20, it's tough for them to get victories. Those points against, the Bulls are one of the stingiest teams in the league. The Giants improving in that area over the last few games. And that key clash, we got Jeremy Combs underneath. Can he be defended by Okwera? Combs, now the leading scorer in the competition because of his proficiency in the low block, also can step it out. But David Okwera has the best the best defensive box plus minus in the competition right now. He can affect things on that end, and expect him to see really a lot of effort out there against the big fella for the Giants.
Yeah, Jeremy Combs is really good against Hawke's Bay on Friday night. He had 36 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists, a steal, a block. He was 16 of 23, so he was efficient. Even though he took 23 shots, he was very, very good. All over the floor, really, as well.
Yeah, they basically just rolled it into him and let him go to work. He would step outside and hit the triple. But, it's a work in progress for the Giants. They brought in a lot of talent recently, and they have to figure out how to get all these pieces working together cohesively. A different story for the Bulls. Yes, they brought some pieces in, but it's only one piece at a time, and they know exactly how they worked around them. They brought in Ethan Rusbatch. He was instantly effective. Will we see the same thing from Jordan Hunt today? Brought in the trade window, a sign-in trade. Gets him to the Bulls for the second season in a row. Is he going to have that rust from being out for that time with injury? He has been playing in England, but what can he bring as that third big for this Bulls lineup?
I think I pretty much broke that trade a couple of months ago.
You absolutely did.
I shams it.
That was great.
Woj bombed it.
Live on air.
Live on air. You gave me the look. I don't think you're supposed to talk about that. Hey, man, if I get information, I'm sharing.
Yeah, fair enough. As long as it's not an official league email, you can do that.
Yeah, great.
To be fair, you can share the official league emails too. You don't work for us.
Yeah, well, it's a conflict. I can see it being a bit of a minefield. Interesting period of time for Mike Fitchett and the Giants coming up, because after this game, they'll have to go and host the Rams next at home. So 2 of the top 3 teams coming up against Mike Fitchett's team. Where will the strengths be in this unit? Can they get it together? Can they make a late run, a late push to get into that 6th spot or even higher? A lot of players coming and going. Additions being made. And injuries affecting some teams, unfortunately. So the Giants, they've had a horror start, but the reset of the international window, how will it affect them? Will they be able to put it together and make a run? Well, it begins this afternoon at the Franklin Pullen Leisure Centre. And there's Liam Judd. Also, happy birthday to Cullen McRae, 26 years old today.
Oh, young fella.
The big man, the big centre.
Doesn't look a day over 32.
Man, going there already, are we?
Well, I mean, Kel never really had a baby face to him.
That's true.
When he was 7 foot 150 in high school, you did not think that was a high school kid.
Combs and Okwera to get us going, and we're underway. On their feet to begin the game at the Franklin Pullen Leisure Centre. Is Tobias Cameron. No Flynn Cameron out with a calf injury. Rumor has it until next month. Andrew Jones. Great look to Combs, who might have just traveled there with him. It doesn't matter.
I don't think it's a travel because he didn't really have possession of the ball. He sort of knocked it up in the air and then secured it. Only took 2 steps once secured. Nice find by Jones.
Okwera getting to the cup in this matchup that we highlighted pre-game. Coming to the fore here.
I like that Okwera drive. Quite often he settles for the jump shot, but if he can get aggressive, attack the rim, I think that will bode well for this Bulls lineup today.
Glogger and McRae matching up. That's going to be big on the glass and in the paint. There's Robinson trying to get around that Glogger screen. Combs, he got tied up. He's going to have a much tougher time of it against this defensive-minded Bulls team.
Well, excellent use of the out fake, gets into the paint, but the help comes over. Gloger comes in, knocks the ball out of his hands, and then off the leg of Combs as well. Beautiful, excellent defense there on the baseline. Combs wants some contact, but as you can see, official Ryan Jones says all ball.
They are last in pace, are the Giants, as Tobias Cameron knocks down that three. They don't shoot a lot of threes to the Bulls. Quite judicious when it comes to the long ball. Cameron off the bounce, knocking that one down.
The Bulls are 9th in the competition in three-point rate, but they are 5th in three-point percentage. You'd like to see him get a few more up with the efficiency that they can play with from there.
Cameron, a 40% three-point shooter. Here's Combs. And that matchup against Aquera, left-hand finish, gets the bounce.
He can just find angles at the cup. He just has an excellent understanding of his placement on the court and what he needs to do to get his shot off against longer, more athletic opponents.
Cameron with the move to get free. On the reverse, Tobias Cameron skying underneath.
I love the aggression of Tobias Cameron early. First with the jump shot, he's been improving in that area, but then off the bounce, takes it to the deck with the reverse, losing multiple defenders in the process.
Robinson, 10 seconds. Big screen from McRae. Combs sees the double, kicks it out. Robinson needs to get it up. And it's waved off.
Oh my, the buzzer certainly went off long after the shot left his hands, but it's almost like the officials are saying the buzzer was late in stadium. I don't know if we have a good angle of the shot and buzzer at the same time, but there we see it on 3, on 2, on 1. This ball's still in the hand. That's a good job by the officiating crew to see that ball was still in the hand of the shooter.
Are you going to tell Mark Fitcher, or do I have to? You tell him, you know him better, you play with him. Nice little bucket there underneath. Robinson.
A nice drive there by Alex Robinson, but can't get the finish because of the good D by Gloger underneath.
Here's Rusbatch. And that's going to be Bulls ball on the baseline.
Well, I thought that went off Ethan Rusbatch, and so does Cal McRae, but not the way. The officiating crew sees it on the baseline, stays with the Bulls, the hustle rewarded.
Tay Hardy has it. Great look to Gloger. What a find.
Love that patience, love the find by Tay Hardy, wrapping around the defender to get it in for the soft layup finish.
McRae sees a double. Great find to Andrew Jones. 10-point pass. Jones on the drive. It counts. He'll head to the Chemist Warehouse line.
And Tobias Cameron just never gave him space after that nice drive baseline. A couple of bumps on the shot up. Nice job by Jones. And beautiful pass here. Seeing the double, that is pinpoint accuracy on the step away. Shows the strength of the player. And Cameron just caught a little bit out of position on the closeout. Gives up that baseline, and Andrew Jones. Comeback continues at the Chemist Warehouse stripe, where he's unable to complete the three-point play.
He's come from Austria, getting his basketball career and life back on track after a leukemia diagnosis. And classy from Tay Hardy to mention that in pre-game interview. And everybody's on the floor at the moment. We've got a foul on that drive. Tobias Cameron got the bump from Callum McRae.
Maybe some contact on the arm on the drive. Thought he was pretty stable on the body contact. Yeah, see that there's the left arm, comes down, gets a little bit of ball, but it gets a bit more forearm, and that's why Tobias Cameron is off to the Chemist Warehouse stripe, where he's gonna have 2 attempts, and every point at the Chemist Warehouse stripe counts this season, because the Chemist Warehouse is partnered with the EVNZ Schools and Hoops and Schools program to put hoops in schools and parks near you. Looking for 225 free throws per team, and that means a new hope's going up.
Second one goes down for Cameron. Strong start for Tobias Cameron.
He can score in bunches, and he certainly has done that to start the game. 7 of the 13 points, all his.
Robinson Trey down on the floor to get it. Hounded. Tobias Cameron's foul. Tobias Cameron's into everything in this game.
Well, he always is. I mean, his activity is phenomenal. He can never fault his work rate. He is out there defensively, getting his nose right in the mix, offensively being aggressive. But it has been his energy influencing this game through the first 3 minutes and 49 seconds.
He averages 10 a game. He's already got 7, as you mentioned. 40% from 3, just 38% from the floor overall, but he plays both ends. He'll be exactly what Sebastian Gleim wants, a two-way player. Mostly, yes, Cameron picking up his dribble. Gloggett hasn't hit a 3 this season. I don't think he's even taken one. As Aguera can't power through and finish. Up ahead to Andrew Jones from Judd. Behind the back, Robinson with a two-handed dunk.
Get up, young fella. Cuts the hair, gets some bounce. Alex Robinson on the beautiful feed from Andrew Jones. Gets the highlight.
Hardy dancing around Glogger's screen. Stepping to his left. Oh, that's tough from Tay Hardy.
That is a difficult shot. Nice job by Robinson to get around that screen, and we have a Tay Hardy foul there as Jeremy Combs is trying to catch the ball. Might have twisted his ankle.
Yeah, he's not 100. He might have copped one in the face.
Oh, is it an eye? Yeah, I saw. Take a look again at the behind the back to smash. Alex Robinson letting them know about it. And then the little step back deep too for Tay Hardy. Rattles it home. But then looks like he may have poked Jeremy Combs in the eye, and Combs is looking for a sub. He needs a second. He's going to head to the bench. Sam Dempster's going to check in.
Alex McNaught's out there as well. Andrew Jones is going to sit down.
Oh, no, you don't. You got
Alex Robinson, quite the story. Walked out of a game when he was with the Panthers here. This very venue. And then a couple of days later, turns up for the Nelson Giants.
Well,
I love that drama.
That is your want to do when you feel you are not being contractually obligated. Of course, a little bit more coming up on that story in the next couple of days.
Well, my lips are sealed. That's something I'm keeping well away from. I'm just dropping player news. McNaught, Judd. McRae sees a double instantly. And he finds McNaught. Oh, what a recovery from Aguera. Might have got a piece of that.
McNaught doesn't catch that cleanly, so unable to get it up quickly enough. What a recovery by Aguera.
Oh, Hardy with the move. Judd does well to come over, but it's the finish from Tay Hardy and Mike Fitchett. He wanted that on a make, and they do have a make, and it will be a 17-8 advantage to the Bulls.
Well, the Nelson Giants defense just tough right now. Can't get to where it needs to go.
Well, one of the players who have come into the season midway through has been Ethan Rusbatch. He's enjoying his time back with the Bulls.
Well, coming into today's game, a bit of a mix-up in the squad with Jordan Hunt coming in the trade deadline. How can the Bulls assimilate him into the lineup and get him playing good basketball as a team and as a player right off the bat?
Yeah, well, it's not my first time playing with him, so I'm pretty off it. You know, I thought I was getting rid of him, but, you know, we thought it'd be a decent idea to bring him back in. But the type of player he is he's kind of like a really good role guy, so he can fit into pretty much any team he's playing in. Hopefully he comes in and doesn't miss a single shot for the whole season.
And then just looking inwardly at the Bulls this season, fantastic defensively. The offense has really been rising throughout the year, but been hampered by turnovers, a bit of sloppiness with the ball. What's been the issue with that, and how can the Bulls overcome it?
I think it's just picking and choosing when to be aggressive. You know, I like the intent that we've got, but it's just about tidying it up. The good thing is we're not perfect, and we can definitely got a lot of time to be better and look after those turnovers. So hopefully by the back end of the season, we've tidied that right up, and then, you know, things should be pretty sharp.
Speaking of picking and choosing, just one turnover so far in the quarter. They average 16 a game. They have, looks like that's an area they have worked on practice-wise over the last couple of weeks. They had 3 days off in the break, but Ethan Rusbatch says it feels like we've been practicing for an eternity since then.
Rusbatch, great having him back. Such a great character. Excellent shooter. Tough out of that timeout for the Giants. Good defense from the Bulls, who've started this game hot. They're 7 for 10 from the floor.
And that's the third turnover for Nelson. And Nelson's not playing badly, but it's the offensive rebounds. They've given up 2 of those. It's the turnovers. That's resulted in 3 more shots for the Bulls, and they're shooting 70% right now.
Nelson have 1 rebound.
That is not what you want, but there's only been 6 missed shots.
Marcel Jones in the game. Tay Hardy trying to keep it alive. Here comes McNaught. Robinson, trans 3 misses. Rosbach, nice bounce pass to Tay Hardy. Off the glass and in. Oh my.
Show and go. A little ball fake in the air, fantastically done. Takes the bump, gets the finish. The Bulls are rolling.
Dempster, good foul.
Well, I like the way they're attacking that double team now. You can see that double's coming immediately on the McRae catch. That cutter has to get to the dots and seal. But we'll take a look at Tay Hardy's fast break. Around the world, somehow gets it back to the left before we see him come back the other way, pick up a foul, and Tay Hardy heads to the bench with his 2nd personal.
And Jordan Hunt in the game. Spent a season in the UK, playing for Surrey, I believe, Casey, and now he's back. He missed all of last season, had an unfortunate time with his ankle, broke it, had surgery on it, came back to New Zealand, they checked it, and they had to put more pins in, and it wasn't done correctly, so he had to have another surgery on it, as the 2nd free throw is missed. And so it's been a frustrating 2024 for Jordan Hunt, but he's glad to see the back of it into this new year.
And look at the speed with which the Bulls are going. Actually a little bit too fast because it ends up in the turnover.
Robinson. Oh, Rosbach recovers and pokes it away, and it will be Giants ball. This is just tough defense from the Bulls.
Bulls are looking like 10% quicker right now. They're just all over the court. They're a little bit more switched on. They're a little bit more connected. And just that little incremental difference in connectivity is making a big difference on the score sheet.
McRae up high. Backdoor cut. That's a tough pass.
Oh, a tough angle from that high.
Oh my, that's also a tough pass. On hand of bounce passes across court are pretty when they're pulled off, but there's a low percentage of success as Liam Judd is money from the corner.
Well, that's a shot I'd like to see him get a little bit more. He's a streaky shooter, but especially from the corner, he has a high proficiency. He's a fantastic athlete as well, and those are the kind of shots that can get the Giants back in this ball game. Combs and Jones checking into the game for Judd and McRae now.
19-11.
Tough cover for Hayden Jones. He's got Aquero. I might try and get Aquero over the post on that one.
Oh, Tobias Cameron, strong, but can't get the roll. Alex Robinson, shadowed by 3 Bulls defenders, finds Combs just at the right moment. And here's Jones. Aquero, the hip defense. And he got him on the baseline too early. Mike Fitchett unhappy.
Well, I don't
continuation.
Yeah, why is that not once you blow the whistle after he's picked it up? Unless you're saying that's a real late foul call. There's no question in my mind that whistle was blown after he picked up the basketball, and you can see it here. He dribbles. There's the foul. Whistle wasn't blown until late though.
Well, he's currently having a running dialogue with Ryan Jones, the referee. Now it's Robinson off the glass and in, and he wanted the N1.
And he's probably right, because Ethan Rosbach wasn't set. He was moving horizontally when that contact occurred. Giants have done a nice job of working their way back into the game, and it's happened since Tay Hardy hits the bench. A very different team are the Bulls offensively with him gone.
Ethan Rosbach gets the N1, and Mike Fitchett is like, why does he get the N1 when my 2 players on the previous plays couldn't get a whistle?
We'll take... well, we see Ethan Rosbach driving the ball hard to the bucket. You know, he's such a prolific shooter that could be what defenses key in on. but when he makes his mind up and gets to the cup, he's caused a lot of damage there this season as well.
Rusbatch 75% from the Chemist Warehouse line. Still to come in round 9 tonight. Sharks hosting the Nuggets from ILT Stadium. How about the Sharks getting their season back on track, picking up some wins. Nuggets making changes to their roster as well. Yes, but North with the runner. That's going to go the way of the Bulls.
Well, that three-point play by Rusbatch just gives the Bulls so much more breathing room. They can play so much more freely. You see Aquera matched up against Jones again.
Aquera bringing the ball up. Natural one on the floor without Tay Hardy. Oh, that's a nice pass to Bryce Cameron. Just doing everything again.
Just being really aggressive. He's not settling. He's putting the pressure on the defense to keep him from driving to the cup. These backdoor angles are tough that the Giants are trying to pull off right now.
They have no qualms about attempting them as well. That's off Hunt's knee, by the way, so that will stay with the Giants.
Normally you want a backdoor angle more from the elbow. The further you get out to that wing, it becomes really difficult to drop that in the right place. And that's actually a foul called.
Oh, my mistake.
McNaught to the Chemist Warehouse stripe.
Ethan Rusbatch. Just trying to untuck Alex McNaught's jersey in between foul shot attempts.
Just having a little bit of fun. Well, the officials, they've been on point on the tucked-in jerseys today. So.
Yeah. Sub on the make. It'll be Tay Hardy and Peyton Hughes.
Interesting bringing Tay Hardy back in the ballgame with 2 fouls. From the Giants, I'm circling that, especially if I'm Alex McNaught. Of course, Ethan Rusbatch also sitting on 2, so maybe they'll want him to get that.
Where with a risky
that was something.
Pass in the backcourt. They just get it over half court as well, and then Aguero with the foul on the screen.
Well, it's been such a difficult area for the players to adjust.
And Gleim is just going over the 2 plays there by Aquera, the behind the back and that screen you see on the replay.
The screen, I mean, not a lot in it. Alex McNaught does a good job of selling the contact.
How many fouls Tay Hardy got? 2, thank you.
Mike Fitcher just asking us how many fouls Tay's got. Now he's been told to get back in his box. We got you, Fitch. We're at that end. We're at the Nelson Giants.
Well, normally the scoreboard, you can see the fouls and it ends up on the scoreboard, but that's off today, so.
Here's Andrew Jones. Dempster for 3. Knocking that down, Sammy Dempster.
I mean, good contest by Hunt, but Dempster was determined to drop that triple.
Hardy. On the wing, Combs matched up on him. There's a mismatch, Glogger and McNaught. And then it's going to be the foul on Andrew Jones.
Alex McNaught nearly denied that lob.
He did. He got a fingertip to it, didn't he?
Look at the effort. Young fella getting up. Needed some kind of Harry Potter potion to extend his height there, I think.
Yeah, he's a big Harry Potter fan, isn't he? Till Glogger, the German, with the catch.
You see that contact as he's going up by Jones. That's what the whistle was blown for, and that sends Glogger off to the Chemist Warehouse stripe.
Alex McNaught out of the starting lineup and into the Rapid League team the last 2 games. But he's the type of player who can take that and use it to his advantage. He's a positive player is Alex McNaught.
A little token, half-court, full-court pressure turns into not-so-token.
Yes, pressure to the Bulls' advantage. Tay Hardy's 3 is off. Jones up ahead to Combs with a nice catch. Timed it beautifully.
I thought there was some contact there as well. Hardy gets away with it, might have been his 3rd. Beautiful pass by Jones. Just now a little sloppy for the Bulls.
Hunt just couldn't quite get that one. It's down by his knees by the looks. And so it's a 6-point lead with the Giants about to have the ball.
Remember when I said after that Ethan Rusbatch timeout interview that they were doing a good job with the turnovers when they had one?
Yeah.
No longer the case. They are now up to 5.
Oh. Here's Andrew Jones. Combs, Glogger steals it, another turnover, Casey Frank, and Ethan Rusbatch with the catch. Hardy crosses half court, and Combs on the switch. Hughes into Glogger. Backing down Andrew Jones, and that is an offensive foul, and then we got a flop warning.
Which one is it?
Which one is that?
Which one is it? Sebastian Gleim has a very good point. Yeah, you know, I think everybody's got a point on this one. It is pretty comical to have a charge called and a flop warning called at the same time.
And it was instantaneous as
well. Does the flop warning get wiped or does it stay?
Well, that's a good question, Casey. Now it's Sebastian Gleim being told to calm down. Shot clock is off. Whistle away from
it's Glogger.
It's Glogger as well, yeah. Glogger, he's picked up a foul there, trying to defend the position, and he's got his second foul.
Yeah, sorry, Moles, he just wraps his hands up. You know, you can bump with your chest quite often, but when you wrap those arms around the body of the big coming across, especially to a team that hasn't gotten a lot of foul calls, or that so they think. But looking at the stats, that is the 8th foul called on the Bulls here in the first quarter.
Well, they're a physical team, and they do like getting up and in.
They like the mantra. They cannot call all the fouls. So just keep on fouling. We're going to get away with enough that it's going to turn in our favor.
They're one of the deeper teams when they're fully fit. Unfortunately, they're not today, even with Jordan Hunt cleared to play. Glogger to Hunt, kicking it out to end the quarter. And that will be a tight first quarter in the end for the Giants. They were starting to get taken back by the Bulls, but they will have a 5-point advantage, 26-21. The Giants and Sam Dempster with Casey.
Sammy, we're down early in that one, but turned around, forcing some turnovers. What was the change?
Yeah, I think they came out and they were super physical, and we shy away from that physicality. We knew what they'd come in with, so we found our way through.
Appreciate the time. We'll catch you in the second quarter as we come back with the Nelson Giants trailing 26-21 to the Franklin Bulls.
Welcome back to the Franklin Pool and Leisure Centre. And it is the Franklin Bulls with a 5-point lead, 26-21. And Bulls had an 11-point lead, closed it up, have the Giants to 5. Mike Fitchett is with us. What was the message at quarter time there, Coach?
We've just been loose at both ends of the floor. I don't think we can play a worse quarter than that, and we've got to 21 and we're only down 5, so that's oh my goodness.
Well, let's put a silver lining on that one, Fitchy. Rebounding-wise, not exactly where you need to be. But what can you do to be a bit more, get this active Bulls team off the glass?
Try harder. No, they're long, they're big. They've got some guys that get after it. You know, Gloger's a good rebounder, and obviously the length of Okwera is exceptional. So it is going to be a tough thing for us, a focus point for us. Making shots helps. Starting the defense from a set always helps.
Appreciate your time, Coach. Good luck.
Thanks, Ross.
Thank you.
Always good when something terrible doesn't happen to the team that we're interviewing at the time. An actual made shot, that's even better.
Gloger just inside the foul line there, knocks it down.
He does not often stray outside the low post. He gets that little touch there and hits a big shot, giving the Bulls a bit of breathing room.
That three from the corner, unsuccessful on that one from Jones. Tay Hardy. Behind the back, Hunt. 4-3. Here's Jones. Andrew Jones, right hand finish, a little strong.
Unfortunate, did all the work, but got there, couldn't get it. Little Harlem Globetrotters.
Some spicy passes this game as Crate jumps into the passing lane.
A nice rotation by Crate, coming out of the corner. Wasn't seen so he could get that steal.
Alex Robinson, without the contact, put it up, misses. Yeah, Jones, Crate, and Blight for the Giants to enter the junior Tall Blacks camp, and then they're off to play in the World Cup under 18s, and that's 3.
Quick trigger
from Ethan Rusbatch. He is so fast with that release.
I mean, he just does not need a lot of time to get it off, and he had so much space. They're never going to miss that.
Peyton Hughes is going to be called for the foul here. No, it's waved off. They are not wanting continuation calls today.
Well, kept the hand up, that's what I thought, but look at that. Just catch, shoot, gets his feet down perfectly, no travel. Textbook. And then we see Combs come in. Yeah, I think I can see why. I don't know why that one doesn't count. I can see why Fitch even wants that one.
Dempster for 3. Giants not been able to connect from 3 on that attempt. Now 3 for 6. Bulls are now 2 for 9. That's the Giants' ball.
Alex Robinson chased that down. I thought he was going to get his hand on it before it went out of bounds, but he lets it go. 7 points the difference. Lead has been as big as 11 for the Bulls. Giants can't really close that gap past 4, though. It's been a struggle to get it down there.
That was when it was 19-8. It's 5 at the break, the lead for the Bulls. Thompson keeps his feet just. Trying to get around Tay Hardy and Okwera.
Is that going to be the 3rd on Tay Hardy? If that foul's on number 1,
it is.
It is.
He doesn't believe there was a foul. Let's see his reaction. So Tobias Cameron.
Well, that is the reaction you get when there's 7 minutes left in the quarter and you're done for the half. Nice use of the up fake. And it's that left leg. Do you see his left leg down there gets in? That's what's out of position. See that left leg gets in the way on the step through. And nothing up high, but down low is where the contact is whistled.
Tay Hardy sets 3 fouls.
3 fouls. And, I mean, he's effective again. 4 of 5 from the field. He's got 8 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. Not a lot of minutes.
And this just makes it a little bit easier for the defense of the Giants, just who can create quite like Tay Hardy for the Bulls.
I'm surprised that wasn't a violation. It looked like Alex Robinson got off the line quick there.
We've had everything this round except lane violations that I can
I need more violations, Moles.
No, we don't, please. Dempster misses that 3.
That was the first offensive rebound of the game for the Giants.
Rusback.
Oh, Andrew Jones was lucky there. That is not a player you don't want to trail.
Tobias Cameron draws the charge. Wow.
Well, good call. Great job by Tobias Cameron. Puts his body on the train tracks and takes it. Just reads it so well.
So well.
And I mean, look, when it comes to taking charges, where there's a will, there's a way. If you're willing to take that hit, you can get that whistle. But not everybody who's given up, 4 or 5 inches and 25 kilos is willing to step on the train tracks.
Just cleaning up the spot where Cameron went down.
Well, if he perspires anything like his father, they should be back out there now. I'm going to get a text about that.
You are, again. Stop picking fights with Pedro Cameron, man. Gloga rather knocks that jump hook down.
8 points. Nelson Giants need an answer.
Another one-handed bounce pass. This time to Dempster, falls to Jones. His feet is set.
Love that great rebound.
Andrew Jones, nice lean up on the glass.
You can see he's just feeling his way back into the game. I know he played a bit this year, but you can see he's just getting used to what his body can do once again.
Marcel Jones using all that experience, and he knocks it down for the and one.
Right place, right time. Rusbatch can't get the first one, but the work rate of Jones in the dunker spot gets into the right spot. Look at him hustle down there, gets his hands on the ball, and just through the arms of Crate. Now a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Marcel Jones, 39 years old, played LeBron James in high school. Who will retire first?
That is a good question. That is a very good question.
Their careers are parallel. He's had a storied career. Marcel Jones and LeBron James.
I've heard he's played a couple places. Jones again.
Andrew Jones this time.
Heating up. It's just the Jones game. A huge shot for the Giants. That cuts it back to 6. But they need the string stops together.
Half-time keeping up with the Joneses. 36-30. Gloga, though, he gets to the cup and puts it in.
I'd love to see McCray try and block that shot with his length. At least contest, makes it just a bit too easy on the finish.
Robinson dancing. Give him the lane. And there's Jones again, feeling himself, and he's knocked down by Rusbatch. And as a sharpshooter himself, Ethan Rusbatch, nothing more frustrating than fouling a three-point shooter.
Well, I think he's trying to say that's an unnatural shooting form. Really nice move. You see, he gets that space, and he's saying he's kicked the foot out.
Yeah, he has a case. Ethan Rusbatch certainly has a case there.
Sebastian Gleim does not want Ethan Rusbatch to talk to the officials anymore. He's screaming his name out from across the red gym.
Ryan Jones, the barter card referee, has a wry grin on his face. Rusbatch continues his conversation. Aguera. Second one is good.
Well, despite the bull, we heard Fitch say it earlier, the Giants aren't playing well. And somehow they got 21 points in the first quarter. Somehow they're only 5 points down now.
Almost a steal.
Well, that's an 8-second call.
It's not if it's going to the Giants. Jones with the finish. And that cuts it to 3 here at the Franklin Pool and Leisure Centre. Just like that, 38-35.
They're just hanging around. There was a bit, and there was a little bit of extra activity after Alex McNaught comes through and slips down, which was quite humorous. Beautiful pass here by Alex Robinson. Sets up the dime. Andrew Jones with a pretty finish with the finger roll. And just like that, it's a one-possession ball game. And the Bulls are trying to figure out, what do we do?
Sebastian Gleim is always asking more of his players.
Tobias,
Bulls shooting 56%. 50% for the Nelson Giants. Rebounds. 16 to 11. The Bulls with the advantage over the visitors.
If you want an advantage for your visitors,
great.
Just order a large 100 pepperoni black garlic pizza right before they show up. And then everybody's in the same business. A little garlic, a little pepper. That's how to start and finish your day.
Wonderful.
Use that QR code or the online code Sal's Charge 25. Valid until Tuesday the 20th of May.
And Chemist Warehouse are the official stats provider for the Sal's NBL. Again, this Nelson Giants defense pounding the Bulls in the backcourt. Jones, for three, knocks that down.
Marcel Jones has been playing so well lately.
We had 17, I think, against the Nuggets in the last game for them.
Well, he's averaging just under 10 points per game. He's shooting the ball really well, and he's giving him a little bit of it on the inside, some perimeter skills as well. What and a late signing as well. He was available. Bulls were the only one who took the chance, and they're reaping the rewards.
6 is the lead for the Bulls. Giants working it down to 4. Robinson can't get the rebound over Aquera, but just enough presence there to knock the ball out of bounds by Aquera, so it will be Giants ball on the baseline.
All about work rate. Dempster not the biggest guy, but he gets his body in there. Can't secure the rebound, but as you mentioned, his presence, that's what keeps possession for the Giants.
McNord in the corner. Nice Cameron. And hounding on the wings there, and they get the steal. And then they turn it over. Aquera. Ruspatch with time.
Cal McRae thought better of the outlet to Sam Dempster. I think Robinson likes this matchup.
Marcel Jones with a sneaky poke away.
Robinson's gonna want to dance a little bit here.
Jones with Gallagher coming over does well to stop Robinson getting the drive going.
5 seconds on the shot clock. Giants offense has sputtered once again the last couple of possessions.
Looking for options. Here's Robinson.
I thought we were going to get a two-dunk game, man. He had that lane.
Certainly did, but no. It's Alex Robinson getting to the cup with ease. He's got 7. Ruspatch on the offensive rebound. Can't get it to go down.
Oh, do not call that offensive foul. If that's an offensive foul, I might have to ask Cal to retire, because that is just completely floppy by Tobias Cameron. That's a big man running down the lane and just a fake jump. Look at this touch. That's nothing to it, and he just flies out of the way. Please don't reward that.
There is no basket on that one.
And the foul is on Tobias Cameron. I'm glad the officials came together to work that one out.
Yeah, good to see common sense prevails. So Christian Varno into the game now. He's the point guard for them off the bench and for the Rapid League team, that unit. So no Tay Hardy, 3 fouls. Most likely sit for the remainder of this quarter. As Liam Judd's back in the game. This match went down.
Block by Aquera.
Aquera, those long arms. There's Varno now.
Giants much more active defensively these last couple of minutes.
Jones. Aquera finding Marcel Jones alone. Underneath and puts it up and in.
Aquera's had his hand in a lot of activity. He's only got the 2 points, but he's got 4 rebounds, 2 assists. He's got a block as well.
And we got a foul, Marcel Jones.
Well, that's going to be free throws for the Giants. That is the 5th personal foul. Unfortunate, wrong place, wrong time for Marcel Jones, but the contact was illegal. So off to the Chemist Warehouse stripe goes Big Cal McRae.
McRae, big centre. Played for the Sharks last season. And before that, was at the Giants for half a season. Makes the second. Lead is 4. It is tough sledding out there to get it over. Oh!
I love it.
Where with the block?
Love it both ways. He tries to climb the mountain says no.
Falls to Jones, Marcel Jones that is. Here's Hayden Jones. Jones is everywhere.
It's tough to keep up with the Joneses.
It certainly is, Casey. Combs. Offensive rebound. No, it's going to be a defensive rebound for Okwera. Here's Vano. Coming up on 2 minutes to go in this first half. Rusbatch turns the corner. Good defense from Hayden Jones and a falls to Marcel Jones.
Right place, right time.
Timeout, Mike Fitchett and the Giants.
Robinson from behind. Drive here from behind.
Look at that. Look at that. Alex Robinson trying to bring the funk. David Okwera says, this is my house. Gets that shot out of there.
What a highlight that was. Marcel Jones, he was not happy about something before the timeout was called.
That's fine. We get it over, we go horns too. Okay? Liam, JC, Cal, H, Alex. Cal, come and screen for JC, bang. You got catch. Naughty, you're first. Cal, you're second. H, if they're playing flat here, they probably won't be, but if they are, you got the face cut, otherwise you hold. You might have one, just to go, okay? Otherwise, we've got Liam coming off this one, and we look at that one, okay? Naughty, fill out there. Cal, you come back and get Liam on another one. Actually, no, don't do that. Yeah, gets, throw it to Cal and sprint. Here we go. Giants.
Minute 59 to go in this half. Auckland FC, Melbourne victory, semi-final number 2. Crucial goal last night for Auckland FC. And they'll go up against the victory at home at Go Media Stadium Saturday late afternoon, 5 p.m. And they'll be live on Sky Sport 2. Well, 45-39 here. Hayden Jones will get the Giants back underway. Crucial stretch before half-time for both these teams. Giants just slowly been hanging around, chipping away. Lead was large as 11. Here's Judd with the ball, Rusbatch right up on him. McRae finding Judd, who finds Jones cutting in. And just the extra pass there with around the shot clock. Liam Judd got it up, hit the rim. It's going to fall to Jeremy Combs. And he's going to give it to Hayden Jones.
David Okwera again.
Got the block. Marcel Jones with it.
He's not even letting Light get to the basket.
Vano with a runner. McRae with the rebound.
Well, the Giants got to be a little bit quicker with their finishes around the rim. Right now, they're all thinking about David Okwera. But if they get it up on the glass quickly, they can take away his shot blocking ability.
Jones drops it off to McRae, who gathers it. 60 seconds to go in the half. McRae met again by a myriad of hands. Oh, Liam Judd answers the call from deep. Cuts the lead in half.
Look, the Giants' offense is a bit of a hot mess.
Oh, no Tate Hardy will do that.
But coming in, now the Giants have 42 points. They're only down 3.
No Tate Hardy for the Bulls. And then Alex Robinson sitting down as well.
Sebastian Glein puts his hands up in success. Like, that's the way he drew it up.
Lead doubles now. So both starting point guards not closing out the second quarter, as they're wont to do. And Combs forcing his will upon the defense, and he'll head to the line.
Jeremy Combs is really good at getting to his spot against players he's got that strength advantage against. And as much length as Jones has, I just don't think he's got the strength to keep Combs from where he wants to go. He gets that body, spins on him. I think the foul's underneath. Could go either way, really. Could be on Hunt, could be on Jones. But sends Combs to the line, who, coming off that huge game a couple of nights ago in the 30s, has been pretty well held by the Bulls up to this point. That's his 8th point on the day.
36 on Friday night against the Hawks. Craig, can he get the rebound? He can. Shot clock should be off. It's 10 seconds to go. And BNZ play a timeout. Everybody kind of forgot about it. And they're screaming from the bench for Hayden Jones to call it. So 8.3 to go. Get your ticket to the big game. A chance to win it through that QR code there on screen, all thanks to the BNZ player timeout.
I actually don't mind no player timeout there. The defense is a little bit messed up. They're in flux. They don't know what's happening. I'd rather see an attack now. Yes, you get a timeout. You can talk about the offense, but it also allows this defense to set up at the same time.
Hayden Jones from the side, 8.3 in the half. Judd has it, McRae.
Clock hasn't started yet for some reason. So just a little fakey.
Can I just give credit to Ethan Rusbatch? He's been an absolute pest to everyone on the Giants floor so far in this game. Trying to bat the ball out of Alex Whitnort's hands there. But we will
untucking some jerseys earlier.
Yeah, it was pulling Lockie Crate's jersey earlier. Really appreciate that part of this game.
Bit of a bonus there for the Bulls. They just saw the action that the Giants want to run. So they have a good understanding of what's coming in.
And so the Bulls call timeout. Sebastian Gleim.
Are you allowed to call a timeout after a player timeout?
That is a great question, because they had to recall the game because the clock hadn't started. So does that break up the play between the timeout?
It's a good question.
And the full timeout?
Well, I know the Giants can't call a timeout on the back of their own player timeout, but I'm not sure about player timeouts overall. But that's okay. Either way, a little break for the teams to talk about things.
So, Combs was here, right? You front? Okay.
Sebastian Gleim, he's not interested in letting us know what he's trying to call here, which is fair enough too. He's covering his mic. Love the subterfuge.
He could just turn it off.
He's probably realized his camera's on his timeout, so he hasn't got time to do it. But 8.3 to go. Let's see what they do here.
Balls on 3, 1, 2, 3. Balls.
You can catch the Sal's NBL 2025 highlight show. It's not hell to watch, although Casey and I will be hosting this episode, Tuesdays 5 p.m.
Tons of highlights this week. I think we're going to have a couple of defensive block highlights from this game today.
Absolutely. Alex Robinson trying to throw it down on Aguero. Oh, poked away by Rusbatch.
Still have a player timeout. They could use it if they wanted.
They don't want to. Barno pulls the trigger. Marcel Jones at the buzzer. And that wouldn't have counted if it had gone in. And that will be the first half at Franklin Pool and Leisure Centre. 48-43. That is a Bulls lead here by 5. And it's an interesting first half of basketball. The Giants just hanging around. Bulls had an 11-point lead. Giants have been eating into it. A little bit of foul trouble for Tay Hardy. He's got 3 at halftime, and Marcel Jones is with Casey Frank.
Marcel, huge influence off the bench today. What's been the key to the Bulls being able to hold back this Giants team so far?
We had a good week of practice, and we really paid attention to detail. So we're just trying to learn the scout, do the scout, follow the scout, and hopefully get a win.
Right now, the Giants' offense isn't going great, but they're getting a lot of turnovers. What can the Bulls do to clean up that possession game?
Yeah, they're big heavy, you know what I'm saying? So we got to get 50-50 ball, 50-50 basketball. So just keep fighting. We'll be good.
Appreciate the time. Good luck in the second half. And now I've got Andrew Jones came in. Andrew, you've gotten really active here defensively. What's been the key to the Giants being able to force so many turnovers to claw back into this game?
You know, a new team, we need to learn to click and gel with each other. We know our biggest strength is getting out in transition and creating chaos on defense. So that's been our identity the whole time.
Defense is great. Offensively, just a little bit discombobulated at times. How can you find a little bit more connection on that end of the court, especially in the half court?
You know, when you play aggressive defense, it causes creativity on offense, so we need to just slow down, take our time, and create good shots.
Appreciate the time. Good luck in the second half.
15 points for Andrew Jones in that half. And hi to that guy's Nana as well. We'll take a break and we'll have the highlights for you after that. Welcome back to the Franklin Pool and Leisure Centre. The Bulls have a 5-point lead here in the heart of Pukekohe. Good crowd in for this game. And it is the Bulls faithful. They've kept it loud during the game as they want to do. It's an intimate venue at times. And the Bulls always have good support here. Young and old. And some highlights for you. The leading scorer in the game is Andrew Jones. He is 15.
And he's been aggressive off the bounce in transition. Had this beautiful feed for the Alex Robinson dunk. That's one of his 4 assists. Had 8 rebounds. Had that nice one when the offense in the half court was struggling, but then the three started to go. And once this three ball started to go, that's when the Nelson Giants started to look a little bit better in the half court. But you heard him speak in the interview, it's all about defense, it's all about causing chaos. And this is one chaotic game so far.
It certainly is, and at the heart of the chaos for the Bulls, it's Tobias Cameron. He's been doing a little bit of everything. He was scoring the ball to begin the game, and he has been at both ends flying around.
And right off the bat, 7 points in about the first minute and a half. Hasn't scored since then, but his activity has been great on both ends. He's always getting his hands in balls. He's out there trying to take charges. He's out there getting whistles going his way, creating for his teammates. A real barometer for the energy of this Bulls team, doing everything he can on the defensive end to keep this Bull squad in the top of the ladder.
Bulls shooting 50% here at the Franklin Pool and Leisure Centre, their home floor. Giants 41%. Tough rebound game at the moment. Everything is contested, and it is some really, really tough defensive rebounds. Offensively as well, the Giants have the edge, +1, 7-6.
You check out those fouls. That's the big key. 14 fouls on the Bulls. That's led to, when we look at the free throws really quick, 16 free throw attempts for the Nelson Giants, of which they've made 10. Without that, they're not close in this game.
That kid has absolutely won halftime in my eyes. A fistful of Sal's pizza, thank you very much. And after the break, we'll have Lockie Crate for you on his life with the Giants.
Paese slapped away by Lockie Crate.
Take another look at it. Smack that bad boy.
The chemistry is real great in our team, yeah. And obviously some of the boys like Hayden and stuff, I was real good mates with them. That's one of the big reasons why I came down. Just put my skills into the team, if that's defense, if that's offense, if that's just doing my role. Then obviously when I go to the States, I want to prove myself and do the best I can.
That is Lockie Crate, number 15 for the Giants, part of the Junior Tall Blacks. They're off to Lausanne in Switzerland for the World Championships at the end of June. He's got Will Blight with him, and Hayden Jones will join him in that team.
And I think that's the end of the Jones and Crate availabilities for the Giants. I think they're off to the NCAA experience after that. So it's going to be a big chunk of that bench mob gone for the Giants after that, trying to get them as much influence as possible before that.
Welcome back. We are ready to go. Third quarter underway. And it's going to be
no contact.
Match. Asking for a call. There is none with coming as Jeremy Combs gets around David Okwera on that one.
I would say when Ethan Rusbat shoots an air ball, there's a pretty good chance there's a bit of contact there. Him and Liam Judd having a bit of laugh about it on the way home, on the way back up the court.
Tay Hardy back in the game. 3 fouls on him. Set out most of the second quarter. Nice drop off to Blogger, who can't finish. And then Okwera can't get the rebound.
But
it's going to be a foul call.
I didn't see.
That's on Jeremy Combs.
Yeah. He was next to him. It looked like Okwera felt like he was pushed from behind. We'll take another look at it. Where's this push at?
It's on the arm there, I think.
Okay.
Just out here helping the refs, Casey. Tay Hardy lost it off his foot. Good defense by Alex Robinson.
Tay Hardy's had a couple of turnovers like that this season, coming off the on ball where it has just bounced off of his foot. And that's normally a sign that he's just a little bit discombobulated from the way things are going.
Hardy has it off the turnover. Okwera puts it up. Tobias Cameron off the glass and in.
Beautiful fast break. Nice run in the lane, and really unselfish by Okwera to give that lob up and forces the turnover coming back. He's had such great influence on this game today. I mentioned it in the first half, but he's just got 2 points. But man, he is everywhere defensively. I was taking a look at some of the advanced stats earlier, and I believe he's got the best defensive plus or minus in the competition.
He's got 3 blocks in this game. Blogger, left hand finish. Lead up to 7 now. Tay Hardy, no one gave him the Cullen McRae screen call.
He's got to get somebody for that.
That really is on his teammates.
If there's a 7-foot, 130 kg guy setting the screen, you tell me he's coming.
Judd for 3. Robinson, another offensive rebound at this end. Left hand up and in.
So shifty, man.
It's pretty.
It's so shifty. He freezes defenders with that wide crossover. And he can come back with it to attack the other direction, or he can lift it and go same side with the step. And that time he goes same side for the beautiful finish.
Lead is 5. Make it 7 on a Tay Hardy long 2.
Oh, that's tough. Got the lean back, well contested by Robinson, but Tay Hardy, despite spending a lot of the first half on the bench, is in double figures now with 10.
Andrew Jones. Combs, 5 to shoot. Sees a double, picks up his dribble. In the corner is Liam Judd. Knocks that down, Liam Judd. That's what he's brought in to do. Shooting 51% from the corner coming into round 9.
Everyone's super worried about Cal McRae flashing to the basket. That's what happens when a big man hits the paint. He draws eyeballs. Instead, it's Judd open on the wing.
Okwera answers with his own 3.
Speaking of open on the wing, Just too much space out there for David Aquera, up to 5 points now after hitting that one.
And he's a 40% three-point shooter.
1 for 3 on the day.
Just say Judd is 51% from all over the three-point arc, not just the corner. McRae had it knocked away, but it's fallen to Combs. Judd from dead on, and it goes back-to-back for the Giants.
We mentioned quick releases earlier, but Liam Judd's got a quick release as well. I'd love to see him get a bit more aggressive from deep. And if he's, after he's hit a couple like that, I'm sure his coach was on it too.
Tay Hardy, it came off his knee, and it's going to stay with the Bulls.
Well, I'd like to see that one again. We're going to take a look at the Liam Judd triple instead. Right in the corner, close to the line, it doesn't matter. There's a second one, twice as nice.
And they're going to have a chat about this. As the referees come together to see where that came off.
I'm not sure we have vision of it. Let's see if we do. Oh, we do. And here he is.
Off Tay Hardy's knee here.
Yeah, that's right off the leg. They missed that one.
They had him right in front of us. And so it hasn't been corrected, so it is going to be the Giants on defense again. Aquera going up. McRae. Hardy, a rare three-point attempt. And it's Aquera chasing it down.
Oh, Jones almost got that instead. Another opportunity for the Bulls.
Longo. Oh, that's pretty for the big.
He's got a smile on his face. That's like a 16-foot little push left hook. The degree of difficulty high. Buckets.
He's got 14. He's 6 of 8, Glogger. First professional contract outside of Germany. Liam Judd to the cup. Liam Judd's got 8 points in this quarter.
8 straight for Liam Judd. Back-to-back threes, hits that layup, and I love how he builds off the last shot. Let's use the up fake on the short closeout, dribble past him, get the finish at the rim.
Moves to 14. Does the Aucklander playing for Nelson. Liam Judd really came into his own a couple of years ago for the Jets. Andrew Jones forces his way in. Puts Ethan Rusbatch down.
Strong move, off balance, still able to keep himself upright and get the finish. Giants right back in it.
Tobias Cameron spinning around McRae. Can't get the English, but he gets his own rebound. Glogger with a bucket.
There is a lot of hustle in that muscle. Tobias Cameron can't get the finish, but doesn't give up on the play. Getting his team another 4-point lead.
Robinson misses. McRae rebounds. An offensive foul. Callum McRae on his birthday.
That's, to me, that's a lack of understanding of the strength that big man has. He's allowed to move in his cylinder. He's allowed to move around. Let's see the contact on the replay. I could be wrong on it, of course, but he gets this ball, makes a move.
Oh, Tay Hardy's lucky.
There's just no foul there. He hasn't even swung the elbow. That's just a big guy in the paint, and Tay Hardy putting his body on him. Unfortunate for McRae to get that whistle.
2 fouls for the big. He sits.
It's just been difficult for Cal McRae to get himself involved in the game. He can struggle against the smaller bigs, the quicker bigs, and Aquera and Glogger both have that skill set that can make things difficult for him to adjust to.
Oh, the hands of Robinson, and Tay Hardy gets it back.
10 seconds on the shot clock.
And Mike Fitchett is asking it's back over half because they did not have. Oh, that's it. Ryan Jones had enough of Mike Fitchett. Mike Fitchett has a point, but Ryan Jones didn't like it. He's right, though. They didn't have possession, the Bulls. The Giants, rather.
He picks it up first. It's exactly the play I sent to Ken in round 4. Corey Hogg calls it for us. The next week at Saints, Amy Joe tells us, no, deflection resets. What's the rule? You guys don't know.
It wasn't a shot clock reset.
It's a back over half.
It's not. Your guys hit it back.
It's a conversation for another time and another email chain, I imagine.
There's been some confusion about this rule over the last few years because FIBA changed it a couple years ago. It used to be if you tapped it and went back, then that would not reset.
The defense?
The defense would tap it and knock it back. Only the defense could get it on the other side. It would be at half court. What we heard there in the conversation, there's some confusion as to whether or not that is still the case.
I feel like Fitchett might just go and get the emails and show Ryan Jones frustration. Who'd want to be a coach? Who'd want to be a referee?
Two professions that take a lot of love.
Tobias Cameron, that's a tough layup in traffic, but he relishes it. Lead is 6. Judd. Marcel Jones giving him some room. Picks up his dribble though. This Combs with Jordan Hunt. Jeremy Combs is fouled.
He's just clever in the post. He can do a lot of stuff. He hasn't had a lot of action with the ball today. Just 6 shots he's made for him. He's got 10 points. The Bulls really doing a good job of sending double teams to the post to take away the effectiveness of the Giants in that area. But I feel like down the stretch, they're going to be able to really still work it down low, especially to Combs, and he'll still be able to have that effectiveness.
3 of 5 from the Chemist Warehouse strikers, Jeremy Combs. A quieter game than the one he had on Friday night. He's got 11 points so far.
But that's because there's so much attention on the post, both him and McRae. What that's opened up is some 3-point shots. We've seen Liam Judd get free because of it. All because of that activity of the bigs on the post.
Tay Hardy with his 3 fouls. 3:33 to go in this third quarter. Glow the German with the nice little baby hook in the lane, this time with the right.
Lovely post work. Just gets it to the middle, gives that little head and shoulder fake back to the baseline, freezing Combs, so he can get back to that strong right hand.
He's got 18. He leads all scorers now. Oh, nice find. It just goes down through the hands. And now it's Tay Hardy with it. It's a 2-on-3. Hardy harassed by Judd and McNaught. Jeremy Combs all alone. Tobias Cameron tried to foul, tried to block, and got a little bit of everything.
Almost got the mop it. He was on the floor as well. Those kids had to jump out of the way. I was watching Combs come in, and I was like, is he trying to get Tobias Cameron to come in and get some contact? The kids just run off. That's pretty clean up high.
Tobias Cameron has a case with the right hand. I just feel as though with Combs grabbing the rim and grabbing the net rather, making the rim shake, it's going to be able to create a bit of noise, a little bit of drama.
Wow, we just had a technical foul called on Sebastian Klein for talking to his teammates, and I think the refs are going to rescind it.
Yeah, Glimes, Mikey Sharon owns that, and he's just said, that's my fault.
Mikey Graham's saying...
Mikey Graham, sorry.
It's like
Graham's like, yeah, you're shouting at us, but it's not at us.
It's kind of a coach's trick.
Ah, okay.
I'm going to go ahead and yell at my players about something I'm mad about the officials for.
It's all happening. This third quarter has had it all. They've come out of their changing sheds at halftime, these two teams, and just shifted up through the gears.
Still a lot of emotion in this game. The Giants, yes, they're 2-9, but they are desperately chasing these wins. And the Bulls, they've got aspirations. They've got title aspirations.
Here's Tay Hardy. Hayden Jones on him. Ruspatch. Nice catch. Kicking it out to Hardy. Off on the 3.
Love the work by the Bulls. Really good offense, but better defense. Giants stuck with them the entirety of that possession, despite the ball going side to side.
Shot clock at single digits. McNaught turns it over. And Gloger is going to be called for the foul here.
I think that's on the drive.
No, you're right.
Getting hit.
That's on Ethan Rusbatch, is it? Is it foul on number 12?
Well, we'll see it again. Nobody else around. That push in the back, I suppose. That is, Alex McNaught's got to feel good about that bailout.
There's Jones now to 5. Lost the handle. Tay Hardy strips it. Under 2 to go in the third. And everybody is down. Tay Hardy's down. Hayden Jones is down.
I mean,
wow, I tell you what, this third quarter is blowing by, Casey Frank.
It is back and forth activity. What is going on? Beautiful steal by Tay Hardy. And just keeps the pressure on. Could have been a foul there. I think he eventually called the foul on McNaught.
So it's Tay Hardy at the line. Sammy Dempster, the vet. Tay Hardy, Naquante Hardy. Balled out in Mongolia, averaging 21 and 4 rebounds. Played at UTEP, University of Texas El Paso. Tim Hardaway, senior, the UTEP two-step, the killer crossover. Run TMC. Here's Hayden Jones going to... Jordan Hunt met him above the rim and stuffs his dunk. And then Dempster answers with a 3.
Wow. What a block there by Jordan Hunt, but the Giants stay with it. Dempster ice cold with that triple.
Jordan Hunt's ankle, it looks okay.
Sammy D with the post defense on Gloger, forcing him to the fadeaway to the left.
McNaught, 9 to shoot. Jones, and 1. Hayden Jones, finishing with the right and contact.
Love to see that kind of mindset from a young player. He just got his shot blocked at the rim, and we're going to take a second look at that because it was a brilliant effort by Jordan Hunt to take that block away. But he doesn't sulk. He doesn't sit down. First he gets that kick out to Dempster, but then next play down, he's right back to the cup. He's right through Ethan Rusbatch. That's okay, you can block my shot. Well, I'm going to get to the cup. I'm going to get the N1. And if I make this, it's a 1-point ball game.
66-65, minute to go in this third quarter. McNaught took a screen from Aguera. Now he's picked up the big. Here's Tay Hardy. Rusbatch into Hunt. Quiet game offensively for Jordan Hunt. Aguera. Jordan Hunt doing some work on the glass though. And that's blocked by Liam Judd. Down goes Marcel Jones. Here's McNaught. Jones looking to spin on Jordan Hunt. Here's Dempster. Judd for 3. Who wants it? Who's got it? It's going to stay with the Giants with 11.1 to go in this third quarter. They can take the lead here. They haven't led since the first bucket of the game. They have ground their way back into this game. They were down 11 early on, 19-8 to the Bulls, and they have just fought their way to this point here. Jones gets his redemption at the rim. Hardy to close the quarter out. Man, what a third quarter that was at the Franklin Pool and Leisure Centre. And what a way to get the lead. Hayden Jones flying down the middle of the key. He gets himself a dunk and the lead for the Giants. And with Casey is Ethan Rusbatch.
Ethan, the Giants have come back furiously. What's the key to the Bulls finding that rhythm again?
Looking after the ball, moving the ball.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate the time from Ethan Rusbatch, a man of few words, and you can see why with the Giants retaking the lead 67-66. We'll be back with the fourth quarter after this.
Nomai Hokumai, welcome back to the Franklin Pullen Leisure Centre. It is a 1-point Giants lead. They have ground their way back into this game. Their only lead was when they had the first bucket of the game. They had led by less than 30 seconds. Let's go to Sebastian Gleim. Sebastian, what do you need to do to win this game in this fourth quarter?
Oh, it's a tough battle. We give up too much offensive rebounds, lose too much 50-50 balls. As we are a little bit in foul trouble, we need to fight these, clean up these things even more.
You've done such a good job on the bigs. A lot of that's through sending the double. But that activity, or that attention down low has opened up stuff on the perimeter. Are you going to stick with that double team here in the fourth quarter, or are you going to allow that one-on-one action to happen a bit more often?
Yeah, we mix it up like always and see what works.
Thank you for your time, Coach. Appreciate it. Turnover, almost. Hayden Jones tracks it down 5 to shoot, though. Crossover, step back, gets Rusbatch in the air, steps through, gets the bounce. No, he can't.
Well, I like the footwork, like the timing. He does a nice job of getting the activity there, of getting the defender Ethan Rusbatch up in the air. And you can see a little bit of confidence in Hayden Jones after those finishes to the cup. It was a big, I think, quarter for him. It finished with 5 points, but helped get the Giants that lead.
Aguera. Offensive foul. Lockie Crate got the block, and then Liam Judd took the contact. Sam Dempster's just down on his haunches there.
Well, he got sent into the sideline over here on that play right there. Pushed back, and he fell over the standard. And then we see Liam Judd does a nice job.
Well done, outside the defensive charge circle. Had his feet set, took the hit.
Got to take that hit. You've got to put yourself in the way of the train to get that contact. If you're not willing to take it, you're not going to get those charges.
Here come the Bulls with their pressure. Hardy matching up on McNaught. Still 3 fouls on Tay Hardy as well. And that will be a Bulls ball after that shot.
Well, you see Liam Judd, he apologizes to the bench after that, but that's not what Mike Fitcher wants. He turns around, he just starts clapping and yelling, keep shooting. We need you guys to stay aggressive out there. There are no bad shots for the Giants right now. He wants his team to stay aggressive.
Rusbatch was trying to give it back to Tay Hardy, but he turned his back. Here's Aguera. Trying to drive, sees a double, Jordan Hunt for three.
Offense is dried up for the Bulls. They're not getting that paint penetration with the ease they were earlier in the game.
Here's Caden Jones. Jordan Hunt with the rebound.
Like that attack there, Tay Hardy in transition is able to get it up. And somehow, Rocky Craig keeps it in bounds. Giants, Liam Judd playing a little bit of PG.
Here's Dempster. McNaught. Troughing it off.
A lot of contact on the shot. Thought he got hit on the arm, but no whistle coming. This is finals basketball atmosphere. It is no blood, no foul.
Alex Robinson getting ready to check into the game. And we've got a foul. Camera side, Sammy Dempster is called for it. Gloger will return for the Bulls. He'll spell Jordan Hunt.
Team players are exhausted out there right now.
It's been that game. It's something about Franklin Poole and Edge Center. The intensity, I think it's the way the Bulls approach that defensive mindset that Sebastian Gleim has instilled in them, that they just force teams to battle hard in every possession. Great defense from Liam Judd, and that's a great example.
You've got to be ready for a war when you come into this game.
Because the Giants are up for that one. It's Judd pounced on that pass, poked it away, Bulls ball.
Nice minutes for the Giants there as we see a timeout to the Bulls to have Jeremy Combs on the bench for the first 2:15. Gives him a little bit of a rest and keeps that score where it is.
And Robinson as well, who will check into the game upon resumption of the game. And the Giants with a slender 1-point lead. Don't forget, ANZ Premiership Round 2, Glowbox Arena. We were there last Sunday, Monday night netting between the Magic and the Steel. Live at 7:30. Check out The Crowd Goes Wild. Before that, we'll cross live into that game as they warm up, which is always a privilege. We don't take lightly on Crowd Goes Wild. That's at 7 p.m. And then get your ANZ Premiership netball action at 7:30. And then why don't you get yourself a large 100 pepperoni black garlic pizza, Casey Frank, for $39.99.
Well, the only reason I can think of is that you're having vampires over for dinner. Otherwise, it's a go.
No complaining.
So use that code, sales charge 25, and you'll get yourself a heck of a deal, under 40 bucks.
Our collective, our spirit.
What's the key for both teams down? Not so much the stretch, but to round out this game.
I like that message from Gleim. It's about us. It's about what we can do. If I'm the Bulls, I want more paint touches. If that's with the drive, if that's with entry passes, either way, when we attack the basket, good things happen. For the Giants, I really like the way they've been attacking the basket with Hayden Jones with the on ball. I want to see that activity continue with Alex Robinson, but they've gotten back in this game because of tremendous activity on the defensive end. If they drop that intensity for even a moment, I think the Bulls are going to retake control of this ball game. So the Giants need to keep the activity up, get more out of that on ball, and the Bulls just somehow get to that paint. And in the first half, it was all Franklin on the offensive glass. So don't look now. The Giants with 13 offensive rebounds have topped them.
Gloger just leans into that screen. He's called for the offensive foul.
Well, it's a point of emphasis this year. You have to stay in your cylinder when you're screening. We take a look at that high elbow, leaning over to the left, moving while that contact's happening. You keep those arms down, you keep those feet solid, you won't get whistled for a foul. That gives the Giants a chance to execute here and extend this lead, going right to where they want to go. Jeremy Combs in that high post.
There's Combs up high. Combs in the paint, kicks it out. Corner ball for Judd, knocks that down.
And it's the paint activity drawing defenders in. The double doesn't come all the way, but he sinks in, and that gets Liam Judd open on the perimeter. Fantastic day for him, up to 17 now.
Aguera knocks that down. A rare three for the Bulls. And it's Aguera.
And just noticing, have not seen a lot of Andrew Jones in the second half for the Giants. 17 points in the first half, has not scored here in the second.
Hardy took a shot. Here comes Jones, stepping back. Over.
Oh, that's tough.
My goodness, what a basketball move from Hayden Jones.
The wrong way fadeaway. Oh my Lord, that is a difficult shot. Beautiful touch on display. Look at Robinson fighting the post against Glover.
Oh, what a job done by Liam Judd to make sure Marcel Jones couldn't bounce it off him.
The athletic. I mean, he's had some big dunks this year, but that might be the most athletic play he's made this season. Boxing out at the same time he jumps up and takes it up there.
Robinson to Crate. Combs feeling the defense from Aquera and flexes on him with the strength. It counts.
Aquera's done a really nice job defensively, but in that one-on-one matchup in the post, he's struggling a bit with the bulk and strength of Combs. And that time it was just a quicker move, gets right around him, a little bit of a hook. Look at that little hook too, that little chicken wing. Gets him to the paint, gets the contact, and now it's a 5-point lead for the Giants. And you can, this crowd is pensive.
Combs gets the roll. It's really all about the Nelson Giants making a run, not only in this game, but for the rest of this season, every game counts. They are 2-9. Is Rusbatch off the glass and can't get the roll.
How about miss with Tobias Cameron again?
Aquera, runner. He gets it to go down, wills it down.
How did that drop? That was in between. You rarely see a ball hit the back of the rim in that area and still drop, but the soft touch gets it into the net.
Robinson dropping it off. It's Jones, sorry, rather, it's Crate, my bad. We've got Tobias Cameron down on the key. And Ryan Jones calls time on that because we've got a little bit of danger in the key there. Tay Hardy almost got called for a foul.
It's a lot happening out there.
There's so much happening. Let's see what happened to Tobias Cameron. Did he catch an elbow inadvertently?
I think he caught a head.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
That's unfortunate. Lockie Crate's elbow came down on his face.
Wrong place, wrong time, but that's the style of play you play when you're going to be a Tobias Cameron, when you're going to play with that physicality, when you're going to get your face in there all the time.
Brother Flynn not in the game. He's injured with a calf complaint, and he's sitting beside his brother there.
They're going to probably be out for another couple of weeks at least as Cameron heads to the bench and now to the locker room.
Live ladder, the Nelson Giants inching their way up the ladder if they can hold on to this lead, if they can hold on to the ball.
4 on the clock.
4 to go. Judd, 2. How? No, there's a foul from the Bulls.
Well, Andrew Jones about to check in as well. That's going to be a bit more ball creation. Liam Judd, probably a little bit more patience than I'd like to see because he was really playing with fire, getting that shot clock, that shot up that late in the shot clock. Andrew Jones will be checking in for him shortly.
Judd from the Chemist Warehouse line. They're also the official stats provider for the Sal's NBL. Makes the second. Andrew Jones will check in the game. Liam Judd sits. Coming up on the midway point of the 4th quarter. Giants with a 5-point lead. They trailed by 11 in the 1st quarter. They have fought their way back into this game. Tay Hardy lost the handle. Saves it, does he? Rusbatch comes down with it. Alex Robinson with the quick hands. Glogger, elbow jumper, Combs with the board.
Man, there's a lot happening out there.
So much.
There are hands on the ball no matter where you go. You have to play strong down the stretch in this ball game.
Hayden Jones coming through with the left, smooth.
He's been as aggressive as I've seen him with the ball in hand in the second half today. This is the Hayden Jones that I thought we'd see coming into the season, and it's great to see him mature in this ball game. Just the patience here. Comes off the handoff, attacks that leg, has Arespatch out of position, finishing above the rim with that finger roll.
That's the conversation, pretty much what you had with his dad, Phil Jones, assistant coach, New Zealand basketball legend, just about the aggressiveness and mindset.
Well, with most players, how good you are as a mindset. There's very similar skill sets out there. You know, I mean, we're not talking about NBA players like Kevin Durant or something, but if you have the belief, that is the most important thing out there in the court. You got to believe it to make it happen.
Be ready to come in and kick them out, okay? Hey, offensively, punch is good for us. All right, punch is good for us. Punch down is good for us. On post touches now, they ain't bringing it anymore, okay? They're not bringing it anymore. So stay the space, go to work, all right? If they do bring the double, hey, yeah, it might just be like boom there, and we just race them with the passes. Attack closeouts, we're on the rim.
Look, they're going in.
They are in the bonus.
They are shooting free throws every foul.
Be on the rim, boys, be on the rim. Giants.
We only have one foul.
Yeah.
78-71, they are in the bonus. 4:27 to go. There's Phil Jones, the Refton kid. One of the greatest left-handed scorers of all time. Especially at international level, Phil Jones, absolute problem anywhere. And the lefty just compounds those offensive problems he created for defenses.
I think best scorer ever in the Dunedin City League. 105, he dropped him back.
Yeah, I had one of my mates play in that game, and he had 12.
Together.
But I don't think they were assists from Phil Jones.
They definitely weren't.
Spinning is Tay Hardy.
Oh, what a pass.
Oh, my. Combs has it. I thought that was a great deflection.
That was a ridiculous pass by Tay Hardy. Unable to finish his hunt.
Jones kicking it back out.
Great penetration, though. He needs to keep with that activity.
Here's Robinson operating with Combs. He gets Hunt in the air. And Glogger on the late whistle. As he went across the lane, felt the bump from Glogger. And the boos coming down from the Bulls crowd.
That is 23 fouls on the Bulls now. 4th on Till Glogger. And he will stay in the game temporarily, at least. As
well, they don't lack for size, do the Bulls, with Okwera and Hunt.
And Marcel Jones.
Marcel Jones, but Glogger on that paint area on the post is just really, really effective, as we've seen, off both shoulders.
Well,
both hands.
Gonna have to be effective without fouling. And that's gonna affect the back line of this Bulls defense. You need to stay aggressive right now if you're the Franklin Bulls defensively, because the Giants are getting very comfortable.
Lucky Crate's called for the foul. Tay Hardy on the penetration. And speculative.
That's just sort of positional by Crate. And when he gets a little bit older, he'll understand that if he changes where his body's at, he won't get that foul. But also, he's a strong player, so easy for him to push those guards off their platforms.
Hardy operating around the Glogger screen, but it's the Bulls who get the rebound. And they get another possession. 10 to shoot. Hardy again. MVP candidate. Defended really well.
Crate did such a nice job of closing the gap and keeping his hands up. That enables him to keep Tay Hardy from getting the bucket.
Robinson, kick out. Jones, this will be a big hit. And it is for the Giants. Knocking down, it's now a double-digit lead.
He is loving life. Hayden Jones, 13 points now, 3 rebounds, but he has been dominant in this quarter.
Ruspatch. Where's the offense going to come for the Bulls?
Well, the Bulls have lost that patience they had earlier. They're going too quick right now. They're not running to great looks. They're running to the first open look.
Jones, they survived that one.
Oh, Rocky Crate.
But they give it back, and it's Combs who got fouled.
Lockie Crate reads that, snatches it away. Looked like the Bulls were going to have a chance to cut it back under 10. Take another look at the Hayden Jones triple. Bangs it home on the back of the rim.
Just 5 Bulls points in this quarter so far.
And there was Tobias Cameron, looked like a lot of ball on that one as well. Oh, sorry, is that Jordan Hunt? Swiping by on that one. But very similar to the Tobias Cameron block on the fast break against Combs, where a lot of activity on the ball gets the whistle anyway.
Combs makes the second. Lead is 13. Oh, steal. Robinson. And Tay Hardy gets it back on him.
What's Hayden Jones doing? He had to talk with somebody today because he was getting aggressive. How about that steal by Alex Robinson? He reads that so well. I should mention Tobias Cameron is fouled out. Did not. There you see the faces of the Bulls as they see this one slipping away.
Alex Robinson at the line. It's been a marquee matchup, him and Tay Hardy. One shot to come.
Well, now Robinson going to try and defend again. Tay Hardy aggressive to the cup. Gets the roll. Oh, no foul call. There was a basket interference there. So no foul, just the basket counts, but it went in anyway. Now Alex Robinson going to try and up it. And Andrew Jones in the front court needs to be patient. A lot of time on that shot clock.
Here we go. Tay Hardy with the ball. They need to go. 2 minutes coming up. Hardy, front of the rim, Aguero on the follow. And Mike Fitcher calls time with 2:01 to go on the game. And he's seen enough, 87-75. It is a 12-point lead, but this season really hinges on as many wins as they can get to get into the playoffs.
Beautiful tip by Aguero. Really times that well. Crate just a little late with the box out. Aguero too much size. But I think what Mike Fitcher wants to talk about is what we're doing offensively. 2 minutes left. That's essentially 5 possessions. If we can slow down that shot clock.
JC inbounding. Let's get Hayden. Screen for A-Rob. Boom.
It's 87-75 in the venue.
All right, Hayden, go opposite. You bust back to it. A-Rob, you good? Bust back to it, you got catch. If they trap immediate, you got JC there, and Hayden come back to the middle of the floor, okay? We need a sideline too, Lockie Crate. No, sorry.
Yeah, while Fitch is talking about the game plan, you can get in your MVP votes.
But if we get a catch, boom. So you're another outlet.
I think Fitch should have waited until after 2 minutes so he had that private timeout, but we can still get the camera in there at 2:01.
I got 2 timeouts. We've got plenty of time here. Fellas, stay aggressive on the rim. We got post touches are good, punches are good. Okay?
Not only that, they also have 2 BNZ player timeout along with their player timeout, along with their usual timeouts. That's what I'm trying to say, Casey.
Yeah, it was a journey.
Yeah, it's a journey.
There, though.
Yeah, we got there. You knew what I was saying.
I always do.
Oh, thanks, man.
We've got that connection.
We do. It's been a long time.
It has been. It has been.
Combs with the ball.
Well, the Bulls, it's all about pressure. Keep up the activity. They can't worry about fouls. They just have to worry about trying to create some type of turnovers.
They're just checking the score in here. In this venue, there's 87 for the Giants. On your screen, there's 86. And so, just getting a clarification on that, I believe.
Always important to get that score right.
87-75 here, 86-75 on your screen. Although it's going to be a bit of a run. It's a bit of a lull in proceedings as well, which might favor the Bulls here.
So they're going back and forth just to find out which one is right. The score sheet, there's two score tickers here. There's the FIBA live stats that are done, and there's also in-venue stats. So they're going back over the tape really quickly to see exactly when they think the extra point happened. But it feels like it's either going to be 12 or 11. Actually, briefly, the score went up to 88 for a second there. But there it is, back to 86.
So confirmation, 86-75. Giants ball. Bulls, as they want to do, extending their pressure.
And when I'm playing well, as the Giants have been this quarter, I hate stalls like this.
Yeah, this is the killer.
Let me get going. We're warm. We're trying to.
Alex Robinson asking us what's going on.
And we try and mouth it to him. I don't think he understood.
I don't think he did. Here we go, though. Aguera hassling. Combs. Tay Hardy just picked up foul number 4. Combs goes right over half court.
That was ambitious. I mean, we just got a text from Justin Nelson who mentioned it, but when the Bulls go down, they go down in flames. It is not halfway. It is just, it goes completely the other direction. There's been a few games this season when it just comes out of the hand. This is a 19-9 fourth quarter.
I like Tay Hardy and Christian Vano have their own handshake as well.
And that is his 5th personal foul.
That's his 5th, excuse me. So he has fouled out, so that's why Vano is checking in the game. Just 13 points for Tay Hardy. Plagued by foul trouble through the second quarter, had to sit, and the Giants have done a very good job of controlling the MVP candidate because he is everything to them offensively. He gets them going.
Really nice job by Alex Robinson at the point of attack pressuring, but to stop guards, it's all about that back line. The rotations in the second half have been excellent for the Giants.
Lucky Crate gets the offensive rebound. That's a killer.
I'd like to keep it in the hands of Jones against Gloger, but he picks it up.
Andrew Jones with 2 to shoot. Oh, Lucky Crate with the follow.
Man, I think today Crate Day with dunks like that.
Aguera airballs that 3. And that'll be it for the Bulls, you'd have to think. With no Tay Hardy and the Giants having Alex Robinson control it, they just have to be patient here.
Well, what a turnaround for this Giants squad. They are only a Miles Gibson made 3 at the end of regulation against the Jets from winning 4 in a row.
Robinson misses that 3. They've got the Rams at home next. Aguera on a deep catch. Finds Gloger. He gets a bucket. That's good for Gloger. He's got 20 now.
He's put together a nice ball game. But normally when Gloger is your leading scorer, that's a sign that the stuff you really wanted to do or looking for wasn't happening at the rate you liked it to.
Ruspatch swiped the face of Andrew Jones inadvertently. He's called for the foul. There's Lucky Crate crashing the glass.
Leaper. Lucky Crate. He'd be athlete. I will say the highlight of the day was Hayden Jones getting blocked at the rim by Jordan Hunt, though. That was phenomenal.
And then him coming back a couple of plays later and getting that back as well. Combs in between Hunt and Glogger.
Jump ball.
And it will be staying with the Bulls on the possession arrow.
Well, feel for the Bulls fans, but happy for the Giants. They have worked hard. It's been a tough season up to this point as Russ Batch hits a triple to bring it a little bit closer. It has been a long, hard season, but at full strength, this Nelson Giants team, they're going to cause some problems.
They've got the Airs, the Jets, and the Phi all on the road coming up on their schedule. Have the Bulls. They've got the Rams, have the Giants, and then the Hawks at home again, who they beat on Friday night. So 2 home games for the Giants. This is going to be good for their playoff aspirations. Robinson to end the game, misses the 3, and they get the 91-80 win over the Franklin Bulls. It is a double win weekend, round 9 for the Nelson Giants on the road. A great second half. They get the job done as the 2 teams meet to shake hands. An excellent contest between 2 teams who really brought it defensively and intensity. One with the Franklin Bulls, who have been playing that style of basketball all season long, and the Giants reinvigorated, renewed energy by 3 new imports. Combs, Robinson, Jones, and of course the addition of Cullen McRae as well, the Kiwi big. On his birthday, he gets the win. And there's Liam Judd. Some big threes, 8-point stretch there for Liam Judd. And he is your game MVP on the mixandpick.com poll as well. And he is going to be talking to his teammates, celebrating that win, and with Casey Frank is the youngster Hayden Jones.
Hayden, heck of a fourth quarter. It was a bit struggle offensively, but your mindset changed. It changed on that drive to the basket where you actually got blocked. Can you just share what you were working through there on the court?
Well, just my teammates telling me to go to attack the rim, and that's the confidence I need in them to give me. Just to see a couple go through, that kind of boosted my confidence to be more aggressive.
And as a squad, the Giants, obviously a very close unit. This is your 3rd win in 4 games. Could have been 4 in a row if not for that overtime loss. What are the Giants going to do down this stretch? What are you looking at as a team? What are you trying to get done?
Well, we're just trying to get as many wins as possible. We've got the right pieces now with new imports, Drew, JC, A-Rob. So I think we just need to keep on building from there, and we'll be good.
And as good as today's game is, I just want to talk a little bit about your preparation for the upcoming World Championships in Switzerland. What's your mindset on that? How are you using this to build towards that?
Well, at the moment, I'm just focused on the Giants. When that comes around, I guess I'll be more focused on that, but I just want to do good for my team at the moment before I leave. So, yeah.
Right answer. Great job. Thanks, Ed.
Thank you.
Appreciate the time.
Hayden Jones, 13 second half points, scoreless at halftime. The mindset, the aggressiveness to take it to the cup and bend and break. That defense of the Bulls saw the lane open. Beautiful play there, just pivoting and stepping back, and then just getting to the cup. The youngster knocking it down from deep as well. Hayden Jones, he and Liam Judd stepping up. And now Casey has Till Glogger with him.
Till, a difficult day today for the Bulls. Really started off well, but that fourth quarter, what was it that changed offensively that just kind of hampered your chances down the stretch?
I feel like we definitely lost rhythm, and that's why they got it going. They were scoring easy points. Sometimes we were not sticking together, some easy baskets. And yeah, I think that was the main reason.
Looking to rebound back from this, still towards the top of the table, just your 4th loss with 8 wins. What is it key for the Bulls to pick up and get back on the court and get that next win?
I think sticking together and yeah, catch rhythm. I think we got a lot of games coming up, and yeah, it's on us to get back on track. It's really important that we win our next game in 3 days, like really quick turnaround, and I think we got good chances.
Appreciate the time. Good luck going forward.
3 road games for Till Glogger and the Franklin Bulls, and the German, his first overseas stint playing basketball professionally, spent 4 years at Maine, NCAA, and then 9 seasons with the Rostock Seawolves. The German big, 20 points for him, 4 rebounds. Just wasn't enough, unfortunately, offensively for the Franklin Bulls, for his teammates. And Gloga and the Bulls take the L at home against the Nelson Giants.
Take a look at those stats. The shooting percentages ended up on even, but that was a clawback for the Giants, where it wasn't even, it was on the tray balls, where you saw extra 10% of shooting percentage go towards the Giants. And the free throws, just aggressive on the rim over and over again. They ended up making 16 more free throws at the Chemist Warehouse stripe. A great rebounding day for the Giants as well.
And here's how your round 9 is looking, with one game to go coming up tonight. The Airs get the win, a grindhouse affair with the Phi. The Giants get their win on Friday night, and then the Rams and the Tuatara duke it out. Saints pounded the Jets. And then we've got the Sharks and the Nuggets coming up on Sky Sports 6 Rapid League, beginning at 6:30 from ILT Stadium, Southland and Invercargill. This is how the ladder looks. The Franklin Bulls stay in that third spot despite the loss. Just makes it a little bit tougher to get above the Saints. But the big move here is for the Giants. They're really going to hope that they can keep on winning out from here. The Southland Sharks Nuggets game doesn't really help either result, really, for the Giants. They just got to keep winning and hope that's going to be enough. But for Liam Judd and the Sharks, they'll reflect on a good weekend in the North Island, getting the win in Napier, and then a win here in Franklin Pool and Leisure Centre. Coming up next in around about 23 minutes is the Sharks and the Nuggets from Stadium Southland, ILT Stadium Southland in Invercargill. And we bid you farewell. Paul Martier, thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this one.